Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Cat's out with that powerful.
Crazy. And this is crazy.
Ready to have a good podcast.
Maybe. Who knows?
It's Valentine's Day. Who really cares?
I still haven't got anything with my girlfriend.
Do you really have to?
Yeah, I gotta get her like.
What's your best excuse to not buy her something? Oh shit, I forgot. I thought we wasn't doing gifts this year. You ain't never done that?
No.
Damn.
What the fuck? Why would I do that?
Never mind. I forgot that.
Maybe that's just like a.
I forgot that you're in a like terrible relationship
My relationship.
and that you're boring
Fucking, oh, so.
and that y'all be happy. What the fuck? Who's happy nowadays?
Yeah, I just gotta get her some like chocolates or some shit. You know, it's just like I haven't gotten around to it.
That's so lazy.
I'm so tired.
That's
Nigga,
like-
I'm not
that's the
coming
laziest.
to like innovate and change the fucking game. You know. You know what I
No,
mean?
but
Like,
you at least want to get her something nice.
yeah,
Like
I'm gonna get her some chocolates in a card. How is that not nice? Maybe a flower if you want it. Like,
a single flower.
yeah, bro.
Damn, why my shit sounds so loud? Maybe
Yours
just 'cause
is
my
loud
headphones are
as
loud.
fuck.
Fuck you. Nah, I think my mic is just, I don't even know. But what was I saying?
That I have a good
yeah,
relationship
yeah,
and I'm just
you're
gonna get her
lazy.
some
I
chocolates and
forgot.
shit. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's easy for you not to be lazy because you have a fucking different chick every single year, so you could just like do something. And
So
like,
at a
oh my
point,
God, yeah. But for me, it's hard to do the same shit that you know every year. So sometimes
we could start. We don't gotta start by you're really a snitch.
How am I a snitch?
You really be coming in here just snitching on me.
Snitching on
that's
you,
the
bro.
crazy
That's
part.
facts. You saying
that's
innovating.
You know what?
You could innovate with different bitches,
no.
bro. I can't do that. I don't
Let
have the
me just
luxury.
say, I appreciate you not snitching right there. I heard it in your voice. She was a bad snitch, and you were like, hey, you know what? Let me take that back real quick. That's when it turned to. All right, that's what I like to hear.
I don't have the luxury.
Sometimes
of doing
you
that
could
shit,
be a
bro.
real one. Come on, let's play our
At least I'm not like that.
let's play our loyal boy anthem. Have I started it with this before?
I don't know.
I feel like I have.
You gotta play it for me to know.
What the fuck, bro? Yo,
You broke it again, bro.
Yeah, look,
I swear you just break everything. You broke your chair. You broke your phone. You broke the
broke your
cord that
girl's
hook
heart.
up your phone.
yo. Matter of fact,
And these singers and
I don't
rappers
think-
wonder why they get
God
like their
doesn't
heart
want us
broke.
playing Trey songs today. I can see why. I could definitely see why. You know what? Let's.
After this nigga leaked his own thing.
Oh,
I don't need the 14.
you don't know nothing about that real
Know
love.
how much you mean to me. The one thing that helps me keep my sanity. You bring so much joy and energy. Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Light my fire, take time, electrify my loving. Cross my heart, hope to die. 'Tis the season for loving. One day out the year ain't enough for my baby. No, one day just ain't right. So will you be mine? My forever Valentine. Come on, baby, say you will and make me the happiest man alive. Baby, will you be mine? Will you be mine? Will you be mine?
Oh,
It ain't gotta be February.
yo, let me just say.
Break out some whipped cream and strawberries. Ooh, you already know that my girl did what she wanted.
My shit not
Queen
working.
of this love, queen of
guess
my
it's just
heart.
clear.
Whoa, hold on.
Let me just say though that it's crazy because my man is really just saying like that he don't need that one day.
Talking about
But-
his wife, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, do you have anyone you want to dedicate? Because it's Valentine's
The
Day.
year ain't enough for my baby, no. One day just ain't right. So will you be mine? My forever Valentine.
I do want to say shout out to those of y'all in a relationship. Shout out to those of y'all in a situationship. You know, those are the best ones.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Situationship, fucking fix your shit.
Yo,
man.
even shout out to them losers that don't got nobody on Valentine's Day. It's okay. Yo,
Hey, no, but you have anybody you want to dedicate this song to?
Let me see your hands. Let me see them now. If you feel it in the
Yo, you gonna do the ad libs right here?
ladies, lift your
What
with
are the
the
ad-libs?
one you love.
He about to tell you.
Let me hear you sing away. Away.
But this is for the ladies, not.
And fellas, if you
Damn,
with the
fine,
one
man.
you love,
Killing my shit.
then sing shabba-dubba-doo-doo-doo. Sound good to me.
See, Valentine's Day is just a good time, huh?
Yeah. So who are you dedicating this? Like,
Yo,
And fellas, if you're with the one you love, then sing shabba-dubba-dub-dub-dee. Will you be mine? My forever Valentine. Ooh, say you will and make me the happiest man alive. Baby, will you be mine? Will you be mine? Will you be mine?
you know what's crazy?
what?
That Bruno Mars wrote that shit.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if
That
you
makes
really,
sense.
if you listen to that shit in like, what's it called, headphones and shit, you can definitely hear him in the background doing like background vocals and shit. Yeah, yo.
Honestly, I think I'm happier that he's saying it though, because Bruno Mars would have done this whole pop shit and just fucking made it weird.
I feel like Bruno Mars would have killed that
he would have
shit.
done a good job, but it would have just. I don't think it would have been good if. This
Yo,
guy did it.
I do want to say, I just gave a shout out to all them motherfuckers, especially the ones in
But do you have a
toxic
special
relationships.
somebody you want to shout out? Like, someone, maybe
Yo,
your Valentine.
you know what?
maybe
One of these days we're gonna
Valentine's,
talk about dirty mackers and snitches.
I'm not a dirty
See, yo,
macker. I'm
you
not
a
dirty.
snitch. That's
How
what
am I
you
a
are,
snitch? Bro, I'm just saying, like,
you a
have,
snitch and a
you don't
dirty
have any
macker.
lovely ladies you'd want to dedicate this song to.
My
Like,
mother.
Other than your mother. Yeah, you sent your mother. Name a
So,
couple more.
what's
like,
it called?
Someone special.
Nah, I do want to say any of y'all dirty mackers, I hope y'all have a terrible Valentine's Day, yo. Fuck y'all dirty mackers.
So you have no girl that you want as
Damn,
your
bro,
Valentine,
motherfuckers is just coming mad aggressive.
I'm
this
not
season.
aggressive. I'm
I said this
curious.
season.
I'm curious. No one.
My name is Eric,
My name is Trevor.
and this is the Dash Crazy podcast.
Anyway, my
Nah,
co-host,
nah,
he wants to
nah.
dedicate something to someone, right?
I edit this.
I
Like,
can
that's
see
the
it on your
crazy
face.
part.
I
That's
can-
the wild part. Like,
I can see it on your face.
you forget I can edit your whole vocals out. Like,
I can see it
you're
on
not
your
gonna be in
face.
this episode at all.
I can see it
And I
on your
can just mute
face.
your mic. Fuck
He's
you.
itching.
Itching. Are you calling me a crackhead now?
Am I muted?
Nah.
okay.
I had to unmute the other thing. But what's it called? Oh, it's our Valentine's Day episode.
Valentine's Day
Trevor, we
special.
finally got here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anybody you want to shout out, Trevor?
Oh,
no,
yeah, my
I don't care.
lovely girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't care.
I want to shout
But
out my lovely girlfriend.
I
Is any lovely girls you want to shout out?
I do want to say though, shout out to those of y'all in relationships, man. Especially those of y'all in long-lasting relationships. That's crazy. If we really want to talk about something crazy, that shit's crazy right there.
What, dating someone for a long time?
Yeah.
It's just time flies. As long as you guys aren't like fucking pieces of shit and you can like sell your things and communicate, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yo, I read this one post. Fuck, I don't think I'm gonna find it, but they said something about do you think cheating is a part of the ups and downs in a long-standing relationship?
It depends. Cause I'm biased. You know what I mean?
Oh, because you're cheating on your girlfriend.
Nah. No, because I think guys cheating and girls cheating are like two different things. Because it's like, I feel
we
like-
talk about this all the
yeah,
time.
No, yeah. I just think a guy could cheat and it won't be love because like we could just be fueled by like pure testosterone and fucking a bitch. I think you can only cheat on a chick 2 times. So after you cheat on her the second time, you don't love her.
Yeah, I kind of get that though.
You know what I mean? Like the first time, okay. The second time, okay, I get that too. But after that, you don't like her. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
That's the line.
Or what's it called? Do you got any plans for Valentine's Day? Any special plans for you and the lady, the
I'm
missus?
just gonna, get her some stuff for Valentine's and we're just gonna chill like we always do.
Get her some
Keep it
stuff.
simple.
Oh, you ain't got it yet?
No.
Damn, terrible motherfucker.
I'm not
bro.
terrible. It's just I haven't been busy. It's just I haven't gotten around to it. I'm just like it's like one of those things in the back of your mind, and like when you're done with your day, you're like, damn, I could have just gotten something, but I forgot.
The key is to wait till after Valentine's Day,
Yeah, and then
because then that's when all the specials come. So first you just got to come up with a reason why you can't see her on Valentine's Day.
What is 4
Yo,
days from
my
now?
bad, I got work.
Wait, what is 4 days from now?
What you mean?
Like, isn't it on the 14th?
That's on Sunday. Good luck with that one. Anyways, yeah, I guess we can go straight into the crazy good and just plain crazy. What's your crazy good?
Oh, my crazy good,
Motherfucker, look,
it's Valentine's Day. Well, hold on.
Y'all can really see who put effort in.
I want to preface this first.
That's crazy.
Can I just say, I did think that this was going to be the first episode that we go in unedited. And let me tell you something. Some editing is happening.
If it somehow gets
Some
to you,
editing is happening.
if
And this is a punch-in. There you go. But
anyway, no, it's just Valentine's Day. Everybody should take your special someone and go do something nice. Take them out, go eat. Do whatever suits you.
why don't you do that yearly around?
Well, I don't feel like I need to. I just have a good time just, hanging out and doing all that stuff. I don't
Ooh, that was a good answer. I like that
Yes,
answer.
sir. On my toes, P's and Q's.
Look, this motherfucker. I have a whole list.
Yeah,
for
I know you
mine.
have a whole list. You going
good.
crazy, so.
Cause I actually care. I
is yours
put in
crazy,
time.
man? Listen, man.
My first one is Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for that.
For a second,
that shit.
I thought you were talking about Mario Judah.
Yo, I really do hate you. Nah, but have you seen the trailer for that shit?
No.
It looks really good. Like it looks like it's gonna be a really good movie. It's got.
So, what's the trailer? What's in the trailer? Break it down. Just give me
What?
a quick little rundown.
You watch the trailer yourself. I can tell you what it's about.
Yeah, but for the
But I
viewer,
can't break down the trailer. Go watch the trailer.
Give me like a summary, guy.
But I will say, so from what I know, I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I know, it's about Fred Hampton, who was the chairman of the Black Panther Party, and who was betrayed by William O'Neill.
It's that
Who,
movie.
he took a deal with the feds, and then, he kind of turned on him, and that's why it's Judas and the Black Messiah, because they call Homeboy the Black Messiah. And yeah. So that shit just looks good, and then they have like a whole soundtrack album to it, bro. One of the songs that I'm really excited for is that Nipsey and Hov song. Yeah, that was in the trailer. That shit sounds like it's about to go crazy. But
what's crazy? I might be confused with some other black movie, but I think that's like I seen that on like TV and stuff. Like
seen
just,
what
like,
in the TV?
Like I swear to God, I seen just some black people doing something with the Black Panthers, and I was like, oh,
it might
okay.
be that. Yeah, it might be.
There was something with the Black Panther Party, and like it was just a lot of explosions. I don't know if there's explosions, but like in my brain, like that's just what I recall.
All I know is that I saw the trailer and that shit looked pretty fucking good. And then I saw the soundtrack and it's got like her, Rhapsody, Jay-Z.
But do you think it's gonna be a good movie?
Yeah, it looks like.
But
it's
like the same way like
it's
there's
like
other good movies.
Ryan Coogler. I don't know if you know who that is.
Is he a director?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bunch of good people. So when you see a list of greats, you kind of just assume that great is coming.
I mean, but do you think it's gonna be like
a
film that we're gonna look up to? Kind of like you think it's gonna be like that good? Not like look up to.
I don't look up to
put
no
up like no.
Maybe I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Martin Scorsese, Psycho, Taxi Driver, something like that. That's a really good fucking movie. You think it's gonna be something like that?
No wonder you're crazy.
No, I don't look up to like.
Of course you look up to that shit.
But no, like you think it's gonna be that good?
I hope so.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of movies recently haven't been that good.
Another one I got. College Dropouts turned 17 today.
College 17?
Yes.
He's that young? Or is that the group? Is it a group?
No. It's the album, the Kanye album, College Dropout.
Oh, okay.
That shit, funny as hell. Cause now I'm a college dropout. No, I'm kidding. I ain't no college. But and then in the same boat, Jay-Z nominated for a Rock and Roll Hall of
I don't know
Fame.
how that works.
Me neither.
Rock and roll? Like
Me neither.
rock and roll.
But it's the Hall of Fame, basically. Just motherfuckers. They've been putting rappers and stuff in there.
So it's just the Hall of Fame, basically. But they call it Hall of Fame.
I think it started off as the Rock and Roll, like specifically Rock and Roll, and then I think they're branching out now. I know one of the people claimed that Rock and Roll is dead, which I'm not even gonna hop into that. I don't even know. I've never listened to Rock and Roll like that. So I couldn't tell you.
I mean, neither have I, but there probably is some sound basis to that. Come back next week. We're going to talk about that shit.
No, I'm not. I don't know shit about rock and roll.
Well, I'm about to find out.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we can go into this Just Playing Crazy now.
Yeah, whoa, shit, yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, my Just Playing Crazy, fuck. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so my Just Playing Crazy is conspiracy theory, me and my mom love talking about that shit. But apparently, from what I've heard, and like when you look at it, apparently Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., apparently he didn't die from the gunshot, but he died in the hospital. And there's all huge conspiracy theories saying like, the government might have wanted him dead, so like they fucking suffocated him when he got shot because they failed again, and that's how he actually died.
God damn.
I know, right? That's some fucked up shit.
You like what was you doing that you learned about this? Like,
well,
you was just chilling at home.
I heard about it before, but then I was talking with mom, and like she talks about this stuff, and she was like, yeah, no, like he didn't actually die from the gunshot wound. He died in the hospital, and like some people say like they suffocated him to death, and they were like spitting on him and all this crazy shit. But I have heard this before. It wasn't like something like I just randomly heard out of the blue. But
this is
look into that
new shit for me.
Yeah, no, like I said, it floats around, but you got to make sure that shit's real and stuff. But
yeah, this is all alleged. You get me?
Give it a look.
And if it is
I'm pretty
real,
sure he didn't die from the gunshot.
If it is real, FBI, you can go kill Trevor. I can tell you his address. Don't kill me.
Nah.
I ain't spreading this.
We record this in Eric's house. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna kill me. Kill everybody in this house.
Yo, wait, hold up. Moving on.
Yeah, what is your just plain crazy?
My first one is the Gorilla Glue girl. Yo, you saw that shit? That shit. I was gonna say funny as fuck, but I kind of feel bad for her.
I don't feel bad for her. I heard she was trying to sue. So hold on, let's just give some context to the situation. So the Gorilla Girl glue, Gorilla, hey, whatever, fuck
Glue.
Yeah, so pretty much she I guess she lays her hair down with like, you know, just what is it called? Good
some
glue
product,
or some
yeah,
product
some
where
shit.
you know it lays your head down. It's basically like a glue active thing for your hair specifically. She ran out of it, so she decided to use heavy duty Gorilla Glue, like the spray, and spray it on her hair to lay it down. And ever since then, she's not been able to take it off because the glue literally glued the hair and her like scalp together. So they're gonna have to like, I don't know which way they're gonna be able to take it off, some like chemical acid to pull it off. But her hair's fucked now. But she wants to sue Gorilla Glue, I heard, because she put on the Gorilla Glue product, even though it says not for human hair and like human like consumption and use. So you know, but you know, god damn.
All I know is that
Don't use Gorilla Glue, please.
I saw the video of her putting that shit on.
Shampoo.
Then next thing I see is homegirl in the hospital. On some good news though, they got the ponytail off.
Well, that's actually progress. It's progress, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be a while.
Prayers out to her. I just hope
She's
I
gonna
just
go
hope
bald.
she's good.
She's gonna go bald
for sure. She has to.
Yeah.
But I just hope that she's good eventually. You get me? Like, I hope this whole thing passes for her.
Guys, Gorilla Glue,
soon.
please.
Yeah, this is a
Glue
disclaimer,
for
please.
Construction use only.
Please, God. You saw that they
all
tweeted out.
bitch-
They said, "Yo, we got nothing to do with this shit."
I like how they tried to help her at least.
They were like, "Yo, that's all you. That's not me."
You know, I think the worst thing is because she used heavy duty, bro. I looked at the spray can and I was like, damn, like, because they gave her a way to try to take it off. They were like, oh, you know, alcohol, like use some of this, like try to get the goo remover or whatever. But then I looked at the spray can bottle and it says heavy. It says Gorilla Glue heavy duty. You know, like, so that means that shit's fucking meant for like, you know, actually niggas that need to Gorilla Glue some shit
Yeah,
together
no,
that
that's-
stay together. Don't do
Fuck,
that.
I can't even imagine that shit.
Why do you have Gorilla Glue just laying in your bathroom?
It'd be
First
like
off.
that sometimes.
What do you mean it'd be like
I really don't. My next one, Aunt Jemima officially changed their name. Do you want to guess to what?
Yeah, you can say
You're wrong.
Pearl Milling Company, right?
Yeah, I said guess, not tell me the exact
I guess,
name.
bro.
Yeah, you's a bitch. Yes, it's the Pearly Milling Company.
How do you
What the
feel about that?
No, yo, bro, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I know some people, you know, some of the people that I talk to, they're like, oh, I'm glad that they're doing this because it was, you know, it's a big race thing in the past. Like, the origins of it, you get me? I completely understand. They're like, yo, like this is progress, this is moving forward. I'm gonna be real with you, and maybe it's because I'm not black. But they're fucking this shit up. I would have preferred it to just be Aunt Jemima at this point. Bro, it's been Aunt Jemima for like 100 and something years now. It's become a household product. You're telling me I trusted it because I saw a black lady on the cover. Now you're telling me I'm gonna see this weird building and it's the Pearly Milling Company.
See, you know,
Blowing my shit,
it's one
bro.
of those things where it's like, I think in the names of like, you know, breaking the shackles or some shit, we like, this is what like we think works. But in all honesty, I feel like when you stop doing things like this, yeah, you just destroy something that was like associated with a black woman or something like that, and like it's counterproductive. That's what
Me
I think.
personally, I never saw it as a bad thing.
Neither have I.
It wasn't until it was brought to my attention, like the origins of like why it's so
Okay,
bad.
but
I was like,
even-
okay, I get that, I get it. But now, honestly,
not- it doesn't
it
carry the
changed
same-
it for me. Like I never thought of it in the bad way.
It doesn't carry the same weight. Like I understand maybe back in the day it was more prejudice. Fine, her lips are a little red. You know, you could change that shit. Fine. But just completely stripping down the whole like, oh, it's Aunt Jemima's thing. Like that's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
It's like Uncle Ben's rice. Like why would you do that?
Yo, you ever seen that skit of Dave Chappelle on SNL? And
Wait,
they,
you gotta describe.
they was like telling everybody like, oh yeah, yo, this is a little bit racist, so we're gonna have to take you off. And then eventually it made its way down. Like they just kept calling out people. It made its way down to Count Dracula. And they're like, yeah, we got to take you off too. And it was, yo,
It's
that
going
shit-
too far. It's going too far.
in my opinion, yeah.
It's going
Like,
too far.
I was gonna say, yo, like, you know what? If it makes somebody out there feel better,
No.
yo, you just fucked up my whole syrup.
Yeah, bro,
I hope
that's
they start
so-
selling the whole Aunt Jemima shit. Like you know how on
Yeah,
StockX you
yeah.
can resell shit. I hope that shit go for like thousands of dollars now.
Yeah,
like
nah,
I'm gonna go resell my bottles of Aunt Jemima.
Like, think about it now. Like when your kids, if you want to buy a bottle of syrup, it seems like, oh, what's that? It's the Pearl Milling Company. I remember when it was Aunt
that shit,
Jemima.
the name is too long too. Like what is that?
like I said, it's just a purge in the name of like.
What I'm about to do,
justice.
I'm about to keep my Aunt Jemima bottles. Then I'm gonna buy the Pearly Milling Company and just pour it into my Aunt Jemima bottles. That's really how you keep the legacy going.
Change it. I didn't think they
Man, shout out to Aunt Jemima, whoever she is.
She's gone now. It's the Pearl Milling Company.
Oh yeah, and it had a racist context too.
No, it did probably have racist context, but
racism isn't funny, Trevor.
no, I feel like it probably transcends at some point. You know what I mean?
Staying on a little bit of crazy stuff too, since I don't want to move into like serious shit. I mean, I don't want to, jump from that and then into something joking and then something serious again. I don't know if you saw, but today, as soon as I woke up, I was on Twitter and I got a report on my phone saying Lauren London was reported pregnant. And I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not even gonna say what news site reported this shit. All I know is that at first that shit it caught me off guard. And then I was like, okay, I don't care. Like that's on her. Then it comes out it's not even true.
I see where you're gonna take.
So what the fuck? Like, yo, like some of these media companies, y'all just be pulling shit out your ass, and just doing shit for attention. But on some real shit, like she's still, devastated over the loss of Nipsey, and she has to wake up to this bullshit. Yo, she responded on Twitter, and I was like, in my head, I was like, man, you shouldn't even be responding to these motherfuckers, bro. That shit just blew my shit.
Well, I mean,
these motherfuckers are disgusting.
If you look at the state of media, it's to no surprise that they do something like that. The way the media operates now, it's not based off of what's real and what's not. It's about who can get it the fastest. It doesn't matter if it's right or it's wrong, because everything spreads like wildfire. So, like you said, you see Laura London was pregnant. You don't even know if it's true or not, but I bet you everyone's probably like, oh my God.
That's the whole timeline. And so that's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers just do shit for attention nowadays. And the same shit happened with Kobe's death. Yo, that shit was disgusting too. When Kobe died, all I kept seeing were, oh, his whole family was on the helicopter. Oh, it was just him and so you get me? It was so many people were just going out to get it first. Nobody was really checking to see whether it was true or not.
The media is very unreliable nowadays because it's a race to
y'all motherfuckers
see
are
what
disgusting.
Like, no, it is disgusting in practice because, like, honestly, like real media and like journalism, I think that shit's fucking died. Like, there's only a select few people you could probably look to and they'll actually give you the information, even if it takes a while to get and it's true. But it's very hard to find because, like I said, the way they make their money and their clicks and the page sites revenue and traffic is just by putting it out first, even if it's some like outrageous claim like Laura London's pregnant. They don't care because it's not like they're facing any backlash. We're not holding the media accountable either.
Yo, I hope she sues them.
So
motherfuckers,
it leaves them room to
some shit. I just hope she could sue them motherfuckers for all their money. I'm not even gonna say their names because that's just giving them more attention. You got me? The last thing, that's the same reason I don't even talk about some of these motherfuckers, because it's like, why would I feed you the attention you so badly want?
Honestly,
fuck
I
that.
feel like nowadays it's very hard to actually find like stuff. You have to cross-reference everything you do. You have to look at this side to see what they're saying, that side, and then you have to come to your own consensus of what you think actually happened.
I'm gonna be real with you. I was pissed off in the morning. Like, I saw that shit. So I was like, damn, these motherfuckers. Like the first thing that crossed my mind was, if this isn't real, these motherfuckers are disgusting. Then I'm on my Twitter feed and I just keep seeing everybody talk about her shit, like, oh, yo, she dirty for this and that. People was being mad disrespectful towards her, talking about some like, oh, Nip just like you just moved on from Nipsey that quick, blah blah blah. Like, motherfuckers, first of all, if she did, that's none of our business. Shut the fuck up. Why are you speaking on her shit? Especially when she hasn't put anything out there. All she's been doing recently is praising Nip.
Well, like I said.
And motherfuckers is out here talking shit about her. It's like, bro, my instant reactions were, once I saw it, I was like, that's none of my business. Like, fuck it. If she's happy, all right, cool. If this is false, all right, cool. I really don't give a fuck. But it's like, motherfuckers was talking too much shit, not knowing what was true and what was fake. And that shit pissed me off too.
You know why that stuff doesn't make me mad anymore? Because I feel like it's been going on for so long, like for countless amounts of things. Like, especially you see it in Kobe's death.
Yeah.
So I'm not even surprised. And even though reactions to some people are like different, and they like they're gonna call her a hoe or whatever, I honestly don't care about that, because no matter what, like in every situation, there's always gonna be people like that. So I know the media is just gonna say something very inflammatory and try to, like I said, get it to it first, even if it's wrong or it's right, just so they get the clicks and then everyone's like, oh my God, this is happening, blah blah blah, So that's why it's like, I'm not even surprised anymore. Nobody's really holding the media accountable. We choose what we want to see from people. We choose what we don't want. So,
But
just one of those things.
I will say, moving it past, so all that so much seriousness, it did raise a question.
What was
Just moving it past,
okay.
moving it past Nipsey and Lauren.
Lauren.
First of all, rest in peace, Nip. Gone but never forgotten. But do you think that you could get with someone after your significant other passes? Like, how long do you think? If your answer is yes, how long after do you think that would happen for you?
Okay, let me put it this way. Can I fuck somebody else? Okay, let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
Can I have sexual relations with other people after
Happy
they're dead and
Valentine's
gone?
Day.
Probably. But will I be able to love someone and give myself the same way I
Yeah, that's
give
some
them
real
to
shit, though.
my significant other? Probably not. And until like a very, very long time.
That's some real shit though, because it's the same thing. Like when going back to the whole cheating thing too. It's like that's just fucking. It's not nothing emotional, but like being emotionally attached. Me personally, that's why I've always spoken about the whole if your wife or your kids are hanging off the edge, who are you saving? I'm saving my wife. I'm always on the unpopular opinion side of that, but I'm saving my wife because for me, once I'm attached like that, it's like I don't know. Me myself, I wouldn't be able to function.
Honestly,
I wouldn't be able to live without that person.
Honestly, in hindsight, I would probably say my wife too, only because it's like in my head, I'm just like I could have more kids. But the thing is, I don't have the experience of actually having kids.
Yeah, 100%.
So you know what I mean. That's also something I got to take into consideration.
Even then, it's just like I'm connected to this person. Like that's because for me, when I get married, it's genuinely gonna be off some soulmate type shit. You get me? It's not gonna be on some yeah, you're cool, we should get married. You get me? It's gonna be on some genuine, I do genuinely have love for you, and I would kill for you. So if I'm that attached to a person, yeah, no, I can't see myself just letting that person go. I'm gonna, just thinking about it, I'm gonna fucking die if that other person were to die. I wouldn't know how to function without that.
I don't know.
It would just be a different type of pain. So in that situation, I don't even know if I would be able to fuck. I've gone through a crazy heartbreak and haven't been able to beat my dick. I was crying too much that even the thought of beating my dick, I was like, yo, I'm good, bro. Let me just turn over and cry real quick.
No, because the thing is, I think what you're looking over is that same connection you build with that person. Yeah, it may not be as romantic, but you're probably gonna be able to build that with your kids, and it'll. That's be why much I always ask too.
How old is the kid? No, if it's only a year old,
if it's that shit off. If it's a one, even though I think I'd still have a hard time. I'm a Tom Brady,
that motherfucker.
I think I'd still have a hard time, choosing, because I'd feel bad, but I feel like you'll still be able to build a relationship with your kids probably just as strong as that you have with your wife, and it would be one of those things where a lot of people, the only reason why they choose their kids is because I think their significant other would want it that way.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about what my significant other would want. Because if I married you, clearly I know that's how you're going to be thinking. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. Because the way I also think about it is that kid eventually is going to grow up and leave you. And now guess what? I'm here alone.
So you're just selfish.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm getting from the situation. You're a selfish ass nigga.
Fuck that. No, not even. I could raise the kid. Plus, I don't know if I'm. I don't know if I'm strong enough or good enough to raise a kid by myself.
Yeah, no. Just think about it that way. Yeah, no.
So
just hear what you said.
It's a win-win situation if I chuck that child off that.
I just want to break this down. You said you can't live you can't. You're not strong enough to handle that, and it doesn't matter what they say, because in the long run they're gonna leave you anyway.
Yo, man,
that's some selfish ass shit. You're right. Selfish ass nigga.
You right.
Selfish ass.
Fuck
nigga,
them
bro.
kids.
You know what's weird?
It's gonna be on some.
How many times do you think you get married? What is do you think you can only get married once? That's my question.
I'm hoping yes.
But do you think you can only get married once? So say if I marry this one chick and we get divorced, can I get married again?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to?
Honestly, me personally, I think it's very weird. Only because I think marriage is very seriously, and nowadays we take it we don't take it as serious as we should. Because honestly,
100%.
I feel like religion, it's it's being watered down. I'm not saying that's always the case, because there's some diehard religious fanatics and people that care about it. But I feel like especially in the younger generation, we're not religious. We're very spiritual, air quotes. We believe in a higher power. Or I can't speak for everyone but myself. But me personally, I believe in I'm a Christian, but they're very spiritual. They believe in higher powers and stuff, but they don't have the same moral, they don't have the same importance of marriage when it comes to other like religions, like being a Muslim or even like Hindus and even Christians. You know, like marriage is something like sacred, and you can't fucking, you got to make sure that's the right, you know, nigga. You're not just gonna go married willingly. And then once you get married, it's like you have to do everything in your power to make that shit work.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays it's like one of those things, like we just get married. It's like, oh, if it doesn't work out and I'm not happy, well, you know, I'll just divorce.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's not how that works.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
be real with you. That's why I'm not planning on getting married until like 20 years into my relationship. Cause I'm not just gonna like, for me, that's not just gonna be like an easy thing to like hop into a marriage. Like I'm waiting until I'm perfectly sure that you're the one that I'm gonna get married to. Cause you know what? If you fuck this up and we get divorced, now the next person is gonna have to wait 40 years before I get married. So do you just fucked it up for the whole crew?
Do you think time quantifies a good relationship?
No, probably not. No, you know, but in my head, that's just the rough draft. You get me? That's just the rough draft of when I assume that that's probably how long it's gonna take me to be 100% sure of it. But realistically, it might be like 4 years, 5 years, some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but speaking of that, actually, 4 or 5 years, you and Danny,
I'm going for 4 years.
How do you? So do you think that right now you could get married? Because that's how some people think. Oh, 4 years in, I can get married. But
no, me personally, I'm not ready for marriage only because I don't have my own house. I don't have the financial means to support anybody.
Apart. Let's say you are financially stable. Would you get married to her right now? Like you yourself right now. Like I'm not saying you're mature. Like you're more mature now. All you have is more money. Would you be able to? Me personally, I wouldn't think.
No,
I don't think so. I think just because you guys are still young and you guys still have a lot of maturing to do. So that's why when I see like a 23-year-old get married, I'm like, you might have chosen a little too early, but you know what? If y'all think that could works, who am I to say anything?
I feel like if you have a level of certainty and you're very like, you know, secure in your opinion and you think you can spend your life with someone, like, you know, as long as you think it out and you really feel that way truly, yeah. But me personally, I sit down and I think about what could happen, and like I just want to prepare myself for every single kind of situation that can come from, like, you know, marriage and whatnot. So I'm a little more, I guess, paranoid or like, you know, I think things out sometimes, like stuff like that, like especially important decisions. So I don't think I'd get married. I think I'd wait a little longer, you know, only just to see what it is, because you never know. Someone could just switch up on you any day. And I'm not saying 100%. They will, but you know, just in case. You want to make sure you really know that person, everything about them, and if you can vision yourself with the rest of their life, like, yeah. Like me personally, I think I can get married to Danny later on, like down the line.
Yeah, just not now.
It's just not now.
Oh, she not gonna lay here and that. Nah, I'm kidding. But so like going back to the other question about whether you would be able to move on, how would you feel if your daddy, your girl, move on? What time frame? What time limit would you put? Like,
I'm always the time minimum.
Like, let's say you're in heaven looking down and you see her like a day after your death getting her cheeks clapped.
Bro, as soon as her cheeks getting clapped, it doesn't matter. It's gonna just like, check this out.
So 10 years later, it's still gonna.
Yeah, I'm still be like, man, you fucking dick sucking hoe.
Fucking dot.
yeah. Like I'm always gonna take that with a grain of salt. I'm like, man,
it's only been 10 years.
Like, because another guy's always, like, you know, it's just eventually another guy's gonna, you know, take your girlfriend and the things that come with that. Yeah, I'm gonna be jealous still. I'd assume. You know, just me talking.
That's male ego, yeah.
I still be like, man.
Yo, speaking of male ego, I was chilling on my phone, and then I'm scrolling through my Snapchat, and this bitch, one of my ex bitches, posted one of her new mans. This motherfucker, tall as fuck, built as fuck. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, your ego hurt.
I'm like, you know what? No wonder shit. When I left, it was so easy. She had that motherfucker in the tuck. I knew it.
No, I mean, honestly,
I'm proud. I'm happy for her.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I genuinely am. People don't understand that I like having a good relationship with exes. Like, I don't like us being on like bad notes with each other. That's why even after our breakup, like we might still like keep in contact for a little bit. So like me and her are cool, and like I genuinely.
But that's not a matter of her new dude.
No, but what I'm saying is that I genuinely do want the best for her. So I see her posting on a new dude. I was like, damn, she upgraded, but yeah, I don't know. Happy for her.
I think at that point, it's not like you wanted the best for her. It's just you're being insecure. There's nothing wrong with that.
I want the best for her.
I'm not saying you're being insecure and you're treating her wrong. I'm not saying that. It's just when you compare yourself to her new man and stuff like that, yeah, your ego's getting hurt. And
that was just me hating.
Yeah, you're just being insecure. It's fine to be insecure.
That was me trying to find a way to hate.
Yeah, no, like it's just you feel that he has like some qualities that are better.
Nah, bro, my man's was fucking built.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't hate.
There's nothing wrong.
His dick probably big too.
There's nothing wrong with. Oh, I see. You know.
Yo, speaking of dicks, nah, that's not we're not making that the transition.
I mean, yeah, you could think like, you know, I'm just saying like insecurity just comes a long way into those kind of things. I don't think you're like, I do think you want the best for someone, but your insecurity can still play a large role in those kinds of things as well.
So, do you how do I word this?
Wait, hold on. Before that, when do you think you're gonna get married? I want to go back to this marriage thing.
When do you think
still
you're
on
marriage? Oh, it is our Valentine's
Just
Day
real
episode.
quick. Just real quick.
When do I think?
When do you think
my
you mean?
goal is before 30?
Before 30?
That's what I want. That's because I want to have a kid before 30.
Do you want to have a kid before 30?
I want to have a kid around 28.
28.
I want to be young enough to like actually like run around. But even then, I'm gonna be real with you. I like jumped to touch like something at work. Bro, my whole back, when I came down, I was like, fuck, bro, I'm not built for this life. Like,
I think you're just unhealthy.
I ain't stretch enough. Like, I ain't been like, I went to the gym. Everything felt like 10 times heavier. I was like, I need to start moving a little bit more. I'm too young to be feeling like this, bro. But I'm thinking like before 30, hopefully. What about you?
Honestly, after 30. Only because I want to
you
be,
right, actually.
Yeah, I want to be
30.
a made man. I want to make sure I have the experience and the wisdom to be able
That's
to
why
raise a
I
child.
think I'm trying to be that made man by 28.
But the thing is, there's still just
Not
certain
even,
things.
fuck that. I want to have my kid before we get married.
Conway West said it like the best. I can't remember
Just-
word for
You
word.
just mix Kanye and Conway.
my
the
bad,
machine.
not Kanye.
Conway West. The guy.
Conway the Machine. Apologies, but Conway the Machine says something. It's like it's a man's world, but like it's best when you're middle aged. You know what I mean? Because that's when you really become like that's when you're really a seasoned vet. Like from 20 to 30, you lived your life, and don't get me wrong, you could still be an experienced like crazy wisdom, like have a lot of wisdom as a 20-year-old, but that's when you're really like dipped into the world and you understand and you have a grasp of things and you're secure in who you are. Because I feel like when you're 18 to like 20, like 20s and 30s, that's when you're still building yourself as a person and finding yourself. But after 30, it's like you know who you are, you know what you're doing, and from there I feel like you can really pass down some knowledge to somebody younger.
So you want to be like a fully developed grown man?
Yeah, I want to be
by
able
the
to
time you
spit
get-
absolute just wisdom to my kids and like other people around.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I just want to have enough money to be able to financially support that kid. If that means I gotta have a kid now and disappear for the next 18 years of his life, that's fine by me.
I'd rather be poor and have the experiences to teach my child than be rich and not be able to be there for my kid. Because I think that's just much more important, instilling morals and values and stuff like that.
Well, speaking about dick,
Did you want to talk about dick so much? Trey Songz. Wait. Did he actually leak his dick?
Yo.
Context. Trey Songz apparently.
I
his dick
forgot
pic
that we're still in the
leaked.
just playing crazy.
Yeah, apparently. No, take it away.
So another one that I had was Trey Songz's dick leaked. So everybody's calling it a sex tape. What do you define a sex tape? Because my man's was just getting some head. In my opinion, that's not a sex tape.
It's just a BJ video.
That's what it's just
It's
a light
categorized
video,
as its
like
own thing.
like bro. But
I heard he leaked it himself.
I heard that it's suspicious on how it got leaked.
Wait, so
Nobody.
it's
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if it's real or not. But let me tell you something. Yes, I've seen it.
real? Okay. So what are your thoughts? Because I haven't.
So
Honestly,
the reason why people think that I could pull it up.
I don't want to watch it.
I
If
could
I'm
pull
gonna
it
be
up.
honest
I could
with
pull
you.
it up. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna find it because Twitter
Yeah.
be taking shit down.
No,
But
yeah. Because the thing is, like, when I first saw this, you wrote this down. I was like, I'm not gonna look into this because honestly, I don't really know what I'm gonna gain from this other than seeing Trey Songz's penis.
Yo, you don't ever get curious like when you just nah, wait, hold up. That's sounded
Yo,
weird. But what I'm
wait.
saying is like when you hear like a celebrity nude leak,
Maybe
you
his
don't get
dick is
curious.
big.
I was like, no, that's not what went through my head. What went through my head was, it's a whole sex tape. Like, is this like about to be something that like Twitter loves, Twitter hates? So then I was on my feed and I just started seeing like, oh yeah, the neighbors definitely know her name. And I was like, oh hell nah. I was like, never mind, let me not look into this. Next thing I see while I'm scrolling down is just a girl sucking some dick. And I was like, oh fuck, what is this? The guy, he like grabbed the back of her head and it was like, he had like tattoos on his forearm.
And don't tell me people are like,
and people are like, those are his tattoos. Oh my God. And so people that connected it that way. And I'm going to be real with you. Yo, I'm going to be real honest with you. This motherfucker stretched out and grabbed her by the back of his head. And that shit was still on the length of his forearm. That shit was, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? But I will say, it helped boost my ego.
Why?
Because then all over my Twitter, it was yeah, nah, girls. I can't take that big dick. big dicks ain't for me. I'm like, yes, preach, sister.
Honestly, the whole big dick thing, like, I don't really like. Does that make you feel insecure? The fact that like,
nah,
he
not
has a
at all.
big dick. Okay,
I just love that shit. It's just be funny for me.
Because my thing.
And
is,
then like it was Nick, this one girl said, girls, let's be honest, half of y'all can't even take that shit. And we all need at least a regular average size. I said, preach, sister, yes. I was like, this is what I like to hear. My timeline is correct today.
No, I think sex and relationships work the same way. As long as you talk about it and you understand each other, it doesn't matter. Like, well, it does matter to some degree. Like if you have a fucking, a micro penis or something, it might be harder for you to work with that. But if you're just like a normal guy, as long as you talk to the person and you guys understand each other and you guys have a ground base, you'll be fine.
Man, you trying to bring mature shit into a dick conversation?
No, because my thing is like,
yo, would you ever leak your own sex tape?
I would never make a sex tape.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm sorry, I just don't find.
All I know is that when my shit leak, I better get the same reactions. Yo, that's crazy! Oh my god! Like,
but what would you do if it was like, man, it ain't even that big anyway?
I will say though, I was in the car with someone I had previous relationships with, and I said, yo, my shit gonna leak, and they gonna be like, yeah, his dick matches body. We expected that, and she was like, no comment. I was like, yo, all right, bro. I'll really do it to you right here in this car.
Damn.
Yo, I'm telling you, recently
that is a killing blow.
Recently, the most disrespected man on the planet has been me. Everybody been coming crazy at me. And I just want everybody to know my hands work. Like, motherfuckers is talking too crazy. Motherfuckers, yo, we was in the car and yo, this is so I'm a little too open about my life.
Okay, yeah, no, I still want to. All right, just disclose, like keep certain things confidential. I want to hear this story. So you were in the car. Wow.
I'm a little too open about. Oh wait, which one? Oh, the new one.
You were just talking about you were in the car. So break it down for me.
I'm a little too open about my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm in the car and we talking about something like, what's the dirtiest shit you ever done? Blah blah blah. And then a motherfucker goes, oh, I know Eric ate a girl on her period. I say, yo, chill. What's happening here? And there was like out of nowhere across the room on the other seat, another girl goes, yo, he probably chewed up a blood clot. And I say, yo, look, motherfuckers keep disrespecting me. They're like, yeah, that shit got stuck in his braces. I said,
is fucking disgusting.
I said, yo, y'all really think this of me? They were like, yeah, well, you eat ass. I'm like, yo, but eating ass and all that extra shit is something completely different.
Yeah, like, chewing blood clots.
Like,
hold on. First off, that's fucking disgusting. That was literally the nastiest shit.
So the fact that people are throwing that on me, I am the most disrespected man in America, and I demand apologies from everybody.
No, that's foul.
I'm gonna get my little sister to start swinging on people.
Whoever said that, like you chew blood clots, that's foul.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, motherfuckers was just laughing about it, but I was sitting there like,
bro, they honestly think you're so dirty. Like,
I was sitting there like, yo, wait, this is what y'all think of me? This is what y'all think of me?
Yo, people must think you're like the dirtiest,
and it's all because I talk
ever.
about eating ass. Motherfuckers just jump. Yo, this is why I'm not leaking my
from eating ass to chewing blood.
I'm gonna leak my sex tape, and I'm gonna be like, yo.
So what if you don't get the reaction you want?
I'm like, yeah, that's not me. even though my face is in that bitch, that's not me.
It wasn't me.
I don't know whose dick
4K.
That is.
It wasn't me.
Yo, that dick belongs to someone else. That's Trevor right there.
I'm not even white.
He's not that white. All right, and
nah, honestly, bro, all those sex tapes and all that stuff, I don't think I'd ever make it because the internet's weird. Once you have that shit, the internet just be doing that. Have you ever accidentally taken a dick pic?
Accidentally, I've taken them.
No, I think I've accidentally taken one because I was beating my meat and I was trying to open my phone. And then you know how like it just switches to the camera?
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm not just gonna excuse that shit.
No, I swear to God.
Because when you open your phone, you gotta swipe right, then you gotta click the button, and you gotta wait for it to focus.
Listen. I swear to God. No, it wasn't like it was focused or anything. It wasn't like the lighting was good.
I thought you like grabbed the other phone with the
blurry.
flash.
It was just like a blurry like
dick pic?
just it was a blurry like half dick pic. But I was like, damn, what is it? Steve Jobs just saw that shit. Fuck. Because like I didn't mean
have
to.
my dick pic.
Yeah, because especially how you try to turn up the volume and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like swiping. And I was like, oh man. I was like, fuck.
Nah, I've on purpose taken dick pics.
I think dick pics
I've
are retarded.
Dick pics. Me too, bro.
I can't speak for
it's
women.
Like, what are you about to do to your dick pic? I mean, to my dick pic. Like,
yeah, I don't.
You're not getting
honestly,
anything out of this. I beat my schmeat to your shit. You don't do shit.
I'm
and
not
my
saying
shit dry as fuck right now.
I can't. I don't understand. Like, I'm not saying like I understand how women feel, but me personally, the way I think women work, I don't see it as like they just be like, wow, his dick is so big.
Have you ever taken one like on purpose?
No, I don't think I ever
damn,
will.
so you don't even know the struggle about like getting the good angle too. Like bro, sometimes you gotta lay down. I gotta put the angle. Like you gotta kick your leg up. Like bro, it's a whole machine. Or like to make it look bigger, you gotta like slam your hand all the way down. Say like that you could fit
Push the
5
ball
hands on that
down.
shit. Hell yeah, like man, you ain't lived. That's why.
No, it's not about living. It's just fuck that shit. Because I feel like when you do like superficial shit like that and like you don't get the reaction,
You
right, it
gonna
just
leak my
hurts your
shit?
ego. Yeah, it's just gonna like make you insecure about these kinds of things.
Man, I ain't insecure. I've been a vocal man about my PP.
The girl says, "Yeah, it matches your body." You're like,
Yo, I'll beat the fuck out of that bitch.
wow.
She didn't even say I was kidding. She was supposed to take that shit back.
No, but see, honestly, I feel like I still can't believe how much for like women you talk to. It's kind of crazy.
What the fuck?
I know this is weird, but like I feel like you talk to so many like just girls in general. Like it's so weird.
It's
hearing
just because I
that.
surround myself with women that like I don't know. I just feel like a different energy around women. Women are just like, well, first of all, they're a lot more understanding. Yo, let me just tell you this too. I was driving one of my boys home, and I'm like,
give him a kiss on the cheek.
yo, like,
He was like, "Man, what you do?"
See, I told you, motherfuckers keep playing with me. Like, I told you, motherfuckers. Yo, I know your hands work, so I got a gun that work. Quit playing with me. But what I was saying was, I was driving one of my boys home, and I said, "Yo, like, don't mind if I just throw on some R&B real quick." Yo, I was playing my R&B. He said, "What is this shit? This shit ass." I said, "You know what?
That's
Yo,
just the guys you hang around though.
fuck you." Then I had to go turn on some like crazy hip hop. Like I wasn't even in the mood for that rapidy rap
No,
shit.
like, that's just the men you hang around. Because even though you know how you talk about the table and like the egos, they were just very insecure. I don't think it was ego or anything like that. I think they were just very insecure and like they like projected that shit on you more than the egos or anything. But the guys you hang around, bro, it's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Bro, motherfuckers be.
It's like,
motherfuckers
fuck,
be
is that
doing-
why you're so traumatized by
like-
R&B?
There was like, nah. I still play my R&B. That's the good thing. When I'm driving people home, I'm saying, "Yo, you got headphones, right?" like don't forget, you could toss some shits in. Cause this is my car. I'm playing my music. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
no, that's
Fuck
good.
y'all motherfuckers. But like, no, yeah, I just surround myself around women because I feel like they give me another perspective to life. And one of the things is I'm trying to become a better man. So by the time I do hop in my next relationship, I know a little bit more on how to be more sensitive to specific topics. I know how to respect women in another level that I can't learn with men. You get me?
Really? You don't think you can learn that with men?
No, definitely not. Especially not you, motherfucker. Yo, we tried that when you were in the beginning of your relationship.
Well, I was a different person.
We was trying. There would be hours where we'd be like, "Yo, so like, I think we could solve this way." And we're like, "Yeah." And then Danny would come and tell you, like, there was a simpler solution. You'd be like, "But yo, you sure? Like that was there the whole time?"
But I think that really like.
I think the second you started maturing in your relationship is when you started listening to Danny. The second you started listening to Danny,
no,
I'm gonna be like, I was like, you know what? Maybe Trevor don't need guy advice on how to deal with his girl.
You know what's
Like,
crazy? Actually, I mean, listening to Danny obviously is very important. You should listen to your significant other.
That's a lot.
But actually, a lot of stuff that I learned about like women have been
my
through
own.
older guys that I look up to and I talk to. So and it's like, and I know this sounds weird, but like the advice I got, I feel like it works, and I could definitely see exactly what they're saying. Don't get me wrong; it's probably like some extreme like from here or there, and sometimes it differs from person to person. But I feel like the outline is pretty much the same, and I have a general understanding. But that's from like the men that I've talked to, not from what I've learned.
That's why
and there's different guys though.
That's why I always say it's really important for someone like our age, especially, to have either like an OG or a big bro, basically, because it's like your OGs and your big bros teach you lessons that someone your own age can't teach
Yeah, but
you.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
so that's
I
why
don't think I need women for that. No offense. Like,
I'm just saying, being around women gives me another perspective, and I get to see how other men treat them. And so, one thing I try avoiding me doing that. Another thing, I get to help women deal with shitty men, because there's a bunch of shitty men out there, and there's a bunch of good girls that deserve some good men. I'm a shitty man sometimes, so I'm not here to be that good guy in your life.
would you let your daughter date you?
Me, yeah. Like, well, some guy like me, yes.
No,
Like,
yeah.
Would I let my daughter date a guy like
talk
me? Hell
to a
yeah.
guy like you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's good. No, but anyway, I'd still like my thing with women. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the girls I've met, let me put it this way: I just can't see myself being friends with them because I don't find myself not only being able to relate to them but learning anything from them. No offense, because I feel like the girls in our school, especially, like there were some of them, yeah, they were like smart or anything, but I just felt like they were very like unoriginal, and like bland, like you know what I mean. I couldn't find like a someone actually that was cool.
will say a lot of times the women we've run into, they're dependent. You get me?
It's not even about being independent.
No. What I'm saying is that they're dependent, so they don't really have thoughts of their own. They always depend on somebody else to create them, and they just hop on that. Or a lot of these women just don't have what's it called? They're just stupid. Fuck it. I was gonna try to find a nice way to say it. No, a lot of these bitches are stupid in the school. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, why are you thinking like that? That's not how this is working. They no, you're stupid. You're hands down just stupid.
I don't think it's a matter about dependent or independent. It's just I don't really find myself find any women that I can be intellectually engaging.
And so that's when again, I'm not sitting here saying that I learn every lesson from every woman. Every woman I surround myself is, this grand. Like, no, of course, some people, like, I'm there to help you. You're there to help me occasionally. Not always, but occasionally. But I've just ran into enough independent women.
But do you think it's because they're independent?
Yes. It's because they've learned how to build their own shit by themselves. They've learned how to, chase their own shit. They don't need nobody else helping them. So all I'm saying is that especially as a woman, that's like big. That's important. So it's like me learning lessons from you. That's a whole new perspective on life. And I just love that. I love that shit so much.
So you think like independence?
Shout out to the women out there.
No, but do you think independence is what
women don't even listen to us? They don't fuck with us.
So my question is, do you think independence plays like that role? Because I understand what you're saying when you break it down to like independence and dependent. If you're not independent enough to think freely to do that stuff, then yeah. But I don't think that's sort of kind of like an issue with you. If you're like dependent on other people to formulate the way you think.
Exactly. So
I think that boils down.
So
to
then
like I can't
go down. I can't ask you for advice. Because you don't think for yourself.
Because the only thing
you don't know shit.
The way, not the way you put it. It's just the way I took it in at first. It's one of those things where it's like when you say like, independent. I'd assume you want them to be like some like ambitious like person, all this and all that.
I kind of do.
And quality, but I don't.
But
I don't.
Even then,
like, I personally
a dependent person, like you, in my experience from the dependent women that I've run into, you don't have life lessons that an independent person does. Whoa. And no, I'm saying from my experiences.
Yeah.
From my experiences, the dependent women I've run into don't have the experiences that the independent have, and that's because they depend on others. Meanwhile, the others have gone and gotten it themselves, so they can tell me about their struggles. They can tell me about the shit that they've gone through.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then
that's a different story coming from you when the other person's just, I was just sitting here and my mom got it for me.
Well, I mean, then
and it's like, I guess
it brings me back to like, I'm surprised that you don't have more like inspiring guy friends, because I feel like you could find that like with a lot of guys nowadays. But that's what I'm saying. It's just interesting to
me personally. In high school, I haven't found enough guys like that. In high school,
I'm not gonna lie, high school made everybody look
well
bad.
That's what I'm saying. In high school, I found women that are focused on things other than just men, and I found men that were only focused on vagina.
Really? Wow.
I'm just saying that was a thing that I saw a lot. A lot of the men that I ran into, it was yo, what are you looking for in the future? Oh, nothing. Yo, I'm just about to bag this bitch. I'm better just go fuck. And they say, all right, bro, like you're blowing my shit. This other girl, what are you trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to like get into the fashion industry. I'm trying. See, you see the difference there. So now I want to go talk to somebody that has those goals, because it's like maybe we can relate on our struggles. As somebody that's hosting my own podcast, I could relate to that shit. You get me? You're breaking into the fashion industry, and I want to break into the music industry. Oh yeah, now we could talk about like the struggles and the similarity and how, when our industries cross over and shit. You get me? Meanwhile, the other guys, just in my experience, I haven't been able to communicate with them like that because there's just a disconnect.
For me, it's quite the opposite, really. That's what's the craziest part about it. Is I feel like most of the women that I've met, no offense, but in high school, fucking brain dead, and like it was just one of those things where I talk to them because they have a goddamn coochie and I'm like sitting next to them. I just put up with their shit. It wasn't anything where I was like, I could relate to my struggles to like any women or anything like that, because I feel like a lot of them are just like, I feel like a lot of women in our school were very superficial, more so than the guy. Don't get me wrong, there was like a whole subsect of guys that were just like fucking bitches, and I'm not gonna name who, but you know, like the whole soccer crew and like, you know,
I'm not gonna name names.
No, but like, you know what I mean?
I get what
like,
you mean.
You know, they were just fucking bitches. Even some of the athletes, they had their own like ambition, but like, you know, for the most part, they're very superficial, just fucking bitches and whatnot. But I found for like most of the women, they're very shallow and just like, they, you know, they didn't really care. They were just sort of kind of, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go to school, blah blah blah. Like, so I couldn't even. But there was also a lot of men that I also didn't find. But I just found that more men I could like relate to about, or I can go to talking about like understanding the struggles of doing these crazy things than women in my experience. And I feel like a lot of women, especially that I meet, there's only a couple cool women that I actually know that I can actually like be cool with. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of them are just like, there's no substance to them. It's like just cake. It's like cake with that's all frosting. You know, you just sit there, look pretty, and have everybody else's opinion.
Like for me, women have always been like,
or not even everyone's opinion, just superficial.
The people I don't know. I just hold women up to another standard of men, and a lot of times I'm let down. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot, especially in our high school experience, there was a lot of times where I'm like, yo, you could be doing something different with your life. But I get it. It's high school. You get me? It's high school. Go ahead. Go live your life. I'm not going to do shit. But it's like, I was kind of let down. But that's why it took some searching. But once I caught some women that like I genuinely do fuck with, and it was just a lot easier for me talking to women. It was just a lot easier talking to women because there was less judgment and less.
So you think that guys judge more than girls?
And
in your
like we were talking about before, with that friend group, a lot of insecurities. So it's like I can't bring my stuff to you because you're projecting your insecurities onto me, and because you're trash at communicating your feelings, now we're not going to talk about that, and it's just going to be passive aggressiveness the whole time. I'm good. I'm not going to be around that. So instead, I'm going to go to somebody that knows how to express their feelings. I'm going to go to somebody that I can talk to, and we going to have a good conversation. I'm going to be cool with y'all. You get me? That's why it's always been like different for me.
Yeah, that's actually interesting that we put it. And that whole like group thing, I can understand as to why, but me personally, I still don't think I find that many women that I can like literally like talk to and have conversations.
Just wait till we bring one.
Even if you bring one, me personally, I don't believe I'm gonna like not like I think I could be cordial and like be friendly, of course, but I don't think I'll be like, if I had a problem or issue, I'd go to them or do anything.
I'm not saying that, but it's
stuff.
like,
or I could be like, oh, I can relate to your struggle.
The main reason why I want to bring a stronger, independent girl onto this podcast is because I just feel like that's another part that we kind of, well, of course we can't speak on that because it's like we don't have that experience as men. You know, we don't really know everything that a girl goes through the same way in reverse. A girl, they kind of don't know everything that we go through. So it's like, it's just another point of view that I feel like we don't hear. I hear about it a good amount, but you may not always hear about it. You get me? So I just feel like it's going to be interesting to bring that in here because it's going to be completely new for you. And that's why I want to be extremely picky with who I bring on.
No, because I think you could bring on anybody, and if they like, I could talk to them and like, try to like find a way, like I said. But like, it's just hard for me, and especially like the places that I am in and like where I want to go to find like women that want the same thing. Right? Because it's like even like Muay Thai, like there's not a lot of girls that do Muay Thai. You know what I mean? Like it's just stuff like that. Like I don't really see a lot of girls do that. And even if I do, yeah, they're cool, but some of them. But I and then like all this like real estate thing, like I said, like I'm like trying to get into these fields and whatnot. I just don't see a lot of women that I could talk to, stuff like that. Even just like having a basic conversation, I just feel like our interests lie somewhere completely different, and that's why it's like I just feel like I can't relate.
And that's why
I'm so like baffled by how many like female friends you have, because you say like there's ego and all this. Like me personally, I've seen it, but I feel like I've just had a better experience with just. Even like older men and like my friends and stuff like that.
Well, that's why I'm just saying that one of my goals is to bring a stronger woman in here, just because I feel like you haven't run into many of them, and so it's like
I don't think it's a matter of them being weak.
I'm not saying. All I'm saying is that it's just a voice, because I feel like you're good at silencing voices. I feel like that if somebody disagrees with you, you have a way with your words that you might be able to just easily silence the person from their argument. So I want to bring somebody on here that isn't as easily silenced by either of us, and can state their opinion and not be shy about it. You get me? And so I just want to bring that different energy on here so that you can see, like I'm not saying that you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is great. You're just gonna be like, you're all right. not like the others I've met. And hopefully that just opens your mind that there's a whole different world out there that you may not have just been introduced yet.
Yeah, I like that. But PSA, I don't think you have to be an independent woman to be strong. I think you can be dependent and strong. I think
that kind of contradicts.
No,
I think that kind of
I think you
contradicts
be
itself.
dependent and strong. Like as in, like okay, I can find myself dependent to like God or something like that. I don't think that means I'm weak.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, but
what I'm
that's
talking
what-
about
no,
when,
if
when
you
I
can-
say dependent, I mean you depend on others. I'm talking about like you know how on your taxes you're a dependent technically right now.
Yeah.
Because you depend on your parents. That's what I mean by a dependent. A dependent is a girl. Well, not just a girl, but like somebody that depends on somebody else.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes you
And so
weak,
it's a
or that makes you strong.
in-
I'm just saying, I think you could be dependent and still be a strong person.
Well,
and
I
still have
haven't ran
strong
into
quality.
any.
Honestly, I think I've run into a couple.
dependents that are strong.
Yeah, like a dependent woman that's strong. I know. Like, yeah, they're strong in their own way. I swear to God. Yeah, like
Hey,
you know,
I just think
in
that
my opinion.
contradicts itself.
I don't think it contradicts itself because
I do,
It's one of those
'cause-
things. If you depend on someone, I don't think that necessarily makes you weak or you're incapable of doing something. It's just I feel like a lot of the time when they depend on someone, they trust them that they put up their part and they bring something different as well.
But okay, so maybe I think we have two different definitions of it, because my definition of a dependent person is you need somebody else. You got me? It's not I expect you to bring up your part, I'm gonna hold up my end. It's no, I need you to bring me up with you. I depend on you to bring me with you. That's what I see as a dependent. Somebody that doesn't carry their own weight and expects you to carry their weight and your own.
Okay, yeah, no, well, honestly,
so that's
when I
why-
see a dependent, especially when it comes to like men and women, I just see it as like, you can trust me to bring this in and I'll bring that in. Like, and if you depend on me, I can depend on you too.
If anything, no, I see that more as independent, because I can bring my own stuff in. That's what I'm getting at. If I'm independent, because I can bring my own shit in. I'm not depending on you to carry my shit. A dependent depends on you to carry their shit too.
No, because
That's what I'm getting at.
well, I feel
it's-
like when it comes to women or and stuff like that, I feel like because my thing is like I think I'm pretty independent, but I also still depend on people. You know what I mean? Like, so that's
Well,
why
yeah.
I don't find it like.
But what I'm
weird.
saying is that when what's it called? I don't know if this is gonna be a good example, but sure, let me just use it. You and Danny, you both in a way are independent. She's got her job. You got your money coming in. You get me? But in a dependent in that situation would be that she has no money whatsoever, and she can't do anything without you doing it for her. I can't eat today because I need you to go get me food. I can't go to the store today because I need you to take me. You get me? That's a dependent, because they need you to do stuff for them. Meanwhile, independent might be yeah, Trevor, I might not be getting money, but you know what? With what I do have, I'm going to go get something for us. You go get something for us, and we going to meet up and we going to hope that, we both brought something to the table. A dependent isn't bringing nothing to the table. They're expecting you to bring everything to the table. That's what a dependent is.
Well, let me put it this way. I think you don't need to be the most independent person, but
Of
you
course
also
not.
don't need to be the most dependent person.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because
So-
it's one of those things where I feel like you emphasize like independence, but the thing is, I don't really think it's anything wrong to be a little bit more on the dependent side, as long as you also bring it's not like you're being independent by bringing your own thing, but as long as you could depend on someone, but as long as you're still bringing into like your own like.
I never said that
your own part. I think it's fine.
But that's what I'm saying. I've never said that being dependent is necessarily bad. It's just when you're overly dependent,
Yeah, but I
is
feel
when
like-
it gets bad.
I feel like
in
you
the same way,
overemphasize.
and not at all, because it's
I feel
like
like you overemphasize and you put so much emphasis, like
'Cause if you're-
strong, independent women.
yeah, because
and stuff
if
like
you're
that.
independent and you occasionally depend on somebody, that's fine. That's 100% fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're extremely dependent and occasionally you're independent, nah, bro. What are you doing relying so much on others? Because then if somebody else fails, all y'all failed.
I'm so sorry.
Meanwhile, here at the pod, I know that if I fail on something, you got it. You get me?
Well, I feel like that goes both ways then, because the only thing is like I feel like since you like overly, or since I feel like a lot of like especially nowadays everybody's overemphasizing like you have to be independent. It puts like the weight where it's like it pushes people to an extreme. Like, and I feel like whenever we talk about independent, we're like, now I envision like they're like, oh, I don't need nobody to do nothing.
No,
it's not a matter
that's
of
just
that.
wrong. That's just 100% wrong.
Yeah, I know, but it's
you
just,
can be independent and still need somebody.
Yeah, no, because the thing is,
still need help.
the way you put it as like independent, and I feel like the way that especially other people put independent, it paints the picture as like as if you can't depend on anybody, and it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I don't think you could like independent. Independence is like a good thing to have, but I think too much is a bad thing, and I think too much dependence is a bad thing. But I don't think.
Yeah, that's literally all I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to be independent. You can't keep always relying on people for everything. Now, don't get me wrong. You can depend on some people, but if you're a majority of dependent with a little bit independent, that's not gonna work out for you. You're going nowhere in life. 100%. You know why? Because you can't carry your own weight. You can't do your own shit. At that point, somebody's gonna realize, why do I even need you? You're dead weight to me. Well, meanwhile, I mean, if you're independent and if we're running a race and I gotta drag you along with me, I'm gonna be like, yo, fuck this person. I'm letting you go and I'm running my own race. But if we're running a race and we're running right next to me, I bet we're good.
Well, then I think at that point it's more so like what I defined independent and what you define independent. I think like that's the problem. Like or that's the like that's why I was like, you emphasis too much on independent. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things where it's like,
no, I'm not. Fuck
when
that.
I picture independent, usually I feel like, especially nowadays when we say independence, I imagine like a man in the way that he's independent and he doesn't need like, he provides and he does that thing. But the thing is, I think a woman could be independent in her own way, as in, yeah, she may like rely on you to bring in the money, but I still rely on like her to do like her like other womanly duties, stuff like that. And I think that's where it's like, because like I use gender roles and stuff like that, so that's why when I always hear somebody emphasizing independence, I always usually associate independence with something with like a man. I'm not saying a woman can't be independent, but like the way that like people push independence is as if you have to go do your own thing, you have to go make your own business and stuff like that. And in my eyes, I just don't see that way. So that's why when you like always say like, oh, I strongly like I want a strong independent woman. That's the just the view that I get in my head.
Yeah,
and that's why
I don't want you to need me. I don't want you to need me. I want you to be just fine without me. The same way I don't need you. I'm gonna be just fine without you. But at one point we do depend on each other. There are some things that it's like some parts of our life will fall apart without each other, but not the whole book, not the whole thing, not the whole building. You get me?
Yeah, but it's just
we like if we're building a house, we depend on whatever that shit. You know what I'm talking about? The
foundation.
Yeah, the foundation.
The structure of the house.
Yeah, we depend on that shit. Without that shit, we crumbling. But we're not going to depend on the little tile above. That shit fall off, we're going to be fine. It's the same way in the music industry. If you're an independent artist, you're doing all your work by yourself. You don't need the label. You're doing all your work. Now, occasionally, will you rely on somebody to, your producer? Yeah, that's not bad. That doesn't mean you're not independent. That just means that everybody needs help. You get me? But if you're signed to a record label, now you depend on them to bring in your money. You're depending on them to stream your shit, like to get it out, to market your shit, to publish it. Like, you get me? You see the difference in there? So I just kind of look at it that way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I look at shit. Now,
so I feel like the thing I draw, I think I probably started this like, and I'm just like restating it, but it's just like, I just want to make it clear. It's one of those things where it's like, I think when like I said, how I think nowadays we overemphasize independence. Because it's one of those things where it's like, not everybody's against you. And like, sometimes, yeah, you do need people. It's one of those things where we emphasize independence. And I think it brings the extreme amount of like, it makes people think like, oh, I have to be this independent and I can't have anybody. And that even happens with guys and with girls.
I think that's just people looking at it the wrong way.
Emphasizing independence.
I don't think we're overemphasizing it. I think we are. I just think people are taking it the wrong way.
No, because I think it's a healthy balance. I feel like now we're just like, you have to be independent. You have to be independent. Girls, like independent, strong women.
You have to be, because realistically, right now, if your whole parents lost all their money and they died, you're gonna be on the streets. Mm-hmm. So that, you get me?
Yeah, but there's some level of independence you should have.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that independent doesn't mean you can't get help. Independent doesn't mean that, everybody's against you. That's not what independent means. So I think people that are taking it that way, or even I know some people, force it, make it come across that way. That's just wrong. I don't agree with that at all. Independent means you're willing to take help. You get me? Sometimes you do need help. Sometimes you do need help. That doesn't make you not independent. That doesn't make you a dependent.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm trying to make. You know how you just said sometimes people take it that way? It's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like we bring up independence so much that sometimes I feel like it pushes people to the extremes of independence. But I think independent is important because, like, I think at some point my prejudice to, like, every time I hear some lady be like, oh, strong, independent woman, like I think independence is important to a degree. And I do think dependence, like, no matter what, like, yeah, like, I don't think you should be overly dependent, but I do think you should depend on people to a degree. It's just, I feel like, since I see it all the time nowadays, where it's like, I only see strong, like, women compared with independence, and we always focus on independence. It's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like they overemphasize independence, and it makes it a negative kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I can see what you mean.
And that's the only reason why.
In my opinion, I genuinely don't think it's overemphasized. I think that's one of those things that should be emphasized. But I also see where you're coming from, because when you're emphasizing it that much, it might, you get me? It might spread too thin, and they might out of nowhere people might be taking it the wrong way. It's the same thing like
with toxic masculinity. You know what I mean? It's like men don't cry, stuff like that. And when you put it that much, it's like it becomes negative at a certain degree. I think. Yeah, you should be strong.
Meanwhile, originally it wasn't built to be like that. Yeah.
You should be strong in like certain aspects, but I don't think we should push it as something like as hard as we're doing. So that's why when you say like strong, independent women, that's why the only reason why I draw to I come to these kinds of conclusions. I'm gonna be real with you. We wasn't gonna stay on this. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I don't know where we got out.
I went off on a tangent.
It was a good talk. I feel like it was a talk that needed to be had. Like I
like that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be real with you. Fuck it. Since we already on some personal shit, I say we stay here with this shit. Hey, I have a question for you, because this is something that I was genuinely thinking about the other day. Do you ever get scared that your past fuck ups are gonna come back as like bad karma and bite you in the ass?
No.
Because we've done some fucked shit.
No, only because I'm not scared for the repercussions of my actions. Because if I do something wrong and I I do something wrong and like something bad happens to me, I'm not scared something bad's gonna happen to me, because I'm already like if a consequence comes, I'm not scared of it, because I already made that choice knowing that could happen. If it happens, it happens, and I'm gonna take my licks on the chin. You ever like
you're taking win after win after win? You ever sit there and think like damn, what if out of nowhere one of these days, homeboy that I fought in like 5th grade might be like, yo, I remember when Trevor punched me in the face. Let me go kill him. You get me? Like that's the thing. That's what I was thinking about. Like, we've done some fuck shit in our lives where it's like, I've never actually I never got a consequence for that thing. And so it was like I just be thinking, what if one day that shit might come bite me in the ass? Or maybe like when how I told you about selling bud and stuff.
Allegedly.
Maybe maybe like one day turns out somebody went to coke or some shit, and then that would turn into heroin,
and you were a part of it.
And so it's like, I'm the one that started it. You get me? You see where that's coming? Like, in my head, sometimes I get scared. I'm like, damn, now that motherfucker's gonna blame me, and that shit gonna come back and bite me in the ass.
Let me put it this way. Thankfully, I haven't done any too much crazy shit as to where I feel like someone might come back and fucking kill me. What if that's why I make my decisions so carefully now, because it's one of those things where it's one of those things where I know the consequences of actions can be grave, so I will tread carefully now that I'm going forward.
Yeah, I get that, but that's why I'm talking about past mistakes. What if one day wakes up and he's like, yo, and my relationship got ruined, blah blah blah. It's all because of that. And then he pulls up on you. You get me? Well, on some and I'm not talking about on some fighting shit. He's a down bad. He got a gun on him now, and his main goal is to kill.
Well, at the end of the day,
it's like, of course, this is just a hypothetical. That's an extreme situation. Like, that's an extreme situation.
Extreme, but at the end of the day, it's because I did something. Yeah, he internalized it the wrong way, but again, it's a consequence that I've done. And do I think I should die for it? No. But if that's what happens,
do you ever just get curious, like, damn, is some of that shit gonna come back and bite me in the ass one day? Like,
I don't get curious only because I feel like I've learned a lesson, and I've like not atoned, I guess, but I experienced the negative thing and like the consequence already to everything that I've already done. And if I continue to do anything negative, I already know I'm gonna take it on the chin.
Oh, okay.
So I my thing is like I feel like I've never been into a negative situation where I didn't suffer a consequence. It wasn't one of those things where I escaped.
Oh,
like,
I escaped
like,
some shit.
like whoa, I don't know how to scratch on my body and I escaped this like crazy.
Nah.
Or if I have, I at least like fucking extrapolated some crazy lesson from it. But
Yeah.
I usually, anytime I did something wrong, I got my fair share of licks for it, and I just took it, and I accepted for what it was, and continued on moving forward, like with that in mind.
I've escaped some shit, so sometimes I be sitting there, I'm like, yo, is this shit gonna come back to me? Like, there's a homeboy that got robbed that one day. Is he gonna be mad? Like, is he gonna come back and do some shit? Like,
But see, that's why I thank God I didn't do anything that crazy. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything that crazy, so. If Craig were to come back and kill me, it is still a consequence of my action, and I will accept it if it comes. But you like, it sounds like, it depends how grave your actions were when you were young.
It's just because sometimes we glorify the wrong things. Yeah. Like, we really do be glorifying the wrong things. If I'm being honest with you, like, why did we think drug dealing was so cool? Why did we think
the status, bro?
I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that shit was so cool until motherfuckers started getting like shot up. Until somebody I knew got like seriously hurt, and I was like, "Yo, this ain't for me. I'm good, bro." Like, that's why I was fucking chilling, bro. I was like, I don't know if you remember that talk because you also wanted to get into it.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to get into it because I was like, it was like the status. I'd be like drug dealer, like I'd fucking shoot somebody in the face, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're young and impressionable, those things.
You think that shit cool. And then I don't know if you remember the day that we was walking like off the bridge, and I told you like, yeah, homeboy just got killed.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like I don't know if you remember, but that shit hit me, and it was like, that's some real shit. Like, fuck, this shit not cool. This shit, what is this? Why am I getting into this?
Yeah, that's what that was the realization to you, and then you were like, "Oh shit!" Like,
let me get out this shit.
Yeah, like what could happen if this happens? If that guy, like, hopefully it doesn't, but you know what I mean? Like, and that's why you're past like haunts, because like it's like, oh shit, like what if?
Some shit I lived.
But to that, God. I do say there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself and still looking out for these things to happen, because yes, it's a consequence. But like, to those extremes, I don't think you should just still sit there and like, oh, I did this like back in the day 20 years ago and I have to atone for it, so fucking murder me, you know what I mean? But you can still protect yourself and still look out for yourself. But I understand why you would feel a little paranoid, especially in like the past relationships and the way certain people move, and especially nowadays. Especially nowadays, everybody likes pulling out that thing, and taking people's lives. And, I can understand.
Speaking of past relationships though, Like, so of course Danny isn't your first relationship. You got me?
She's my first real relationship.
Yeah. But you've had other like people beforehand, and even if they weren't like full relationships, you've still had other love interests before. And so that I was just curious, because how I told you about like homegirl posted her new dude. Have you ever kept up with like past relationships? Like, have you ever checked up on like I don't want to say no names, but like, some people like moved far as hell, and it's like, have you ever checked up on them, or like, do they ever post something on Snap and you're like, damn?
No.
Or like, you just sit there and you're like, yo, I wonder where homegirl at. Like,
I think I wonder, I'm like, oh, I hope she's like doing okay. But it's not one of those things where I check up to see like who they're dating, because it's one of those things where it's maybe like past me, because at one point I was like, I guess I did worry about those things, but like once I got over it and like I moved past that kind of stuff, it's like what happened. Like, I'm happy that you found somebody new, but I would never compare myself to them in that way. You know what I mean? Because we're two different people, and it's like different circumstances and different times. So I would never bring myself to be like, oh, I mean, her new man ain't shit anyway.
Nah, I was thinking about that too, because I know a lot of dudes that be like, oh, your new man ain't shit, blah blah blah.
It does bother me.
What?
Continue. I'm gonna talk about it. But
I know somebody that just texted a girl like, you ain't never gonna find a dude that looks as good as me. And it's like, wait, hold up. How do you know that? That's not true. She might. That's just man hate at that point. Yeah. That goes back to that whole man hate topic I had the other day. That's just man hate.
You know what it does though? It helps people.
The ego.
Helps people like cope. Yeah, like it doesn't hurt as much when it's like me personally. I think like hey, you may think you found somebody, but deep down inside, I know I'm better than him.
And it's like,
just like a confidence thing.
I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes we're not we're actually lamer than the dude.
Yeah, we might be.
But we still, that's the man hating us. We still gonna be like, yo, but I bet you if we play basketball right now, he lose.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
It's just a way for us to.
Yeah, it's like, bro, but man hate be the funniest shit sometimes. Like,
You know what actually does bother me when it comes to my girl's past relationship. It's not because I'm like, oh, well, you know, fuck that. It's just one of those things where, well, actually, no, it is.
it is.
Yeah. I'm like,
fuck that dude.
I find myself comparing myself to them sometimes. I do, like, you know. Like you know, it's so
Yeah,
part,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. It's
I
just
do,
a thing, yeah.
you know, I do things too. So, and I'm like, man, like, what the fuck is like, what is wrong with you? You know, I look at her and sometimes I'm like, yo, are you good, bro? Like,
You ever been wanting to break up with your girl over some shit she did in the past? Like,
It's like
you wasn't even with me, but oh, you're dirty.
it's
Like,
not even like dirty. It's like, bro, you're stupid. Like, you know what I mean?
Or
And-
like,
and it's like, you know, and then it's one of those things where it's like, thank God I'm here. You know what I mean? And that's where it's like I prop
that
myself
should be
up
feeding your
sometimes.
ego a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. It'd be feeding my ego, no cap. And I look back and I'm like, man, those niggas are shit anyway. Like,
There's
you
this
know?
like TikTok trend of like, you know, you walk up to your girl and you go, if I was in a room full of the dudes you used to want, would you still want me? I would
Oh, yeah.
never ask my girl that question. Fuck that, bro. That's going to...
I don't think I'd ask.
I know it is. You wouldn't want me.
I don't think I'd ask. Like, you know, I don't think I'd be curious enough to be like, oh, would you want me? But I think I'd still be confident in my answer. Like,
Yo, you know what's the worst?
What?
When they old dude's actually pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
No,
fuck.
because I feel like if the old dude's pretty cool, I'd be like, you know what, I can accept that. But the thing with like, you know, like my relationship and you know my
Oh, because
girl's
you're
past,
healthy. Like,
yeah,
you-
she was fucking with some like, you know, people like obviously it was high school and they're just like
Lame motherfuckers,
toxic,
like-
you know, lame motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like
That's
if
man
you would have
hate.
kept that up, bro, God knows where you would have
you'd
been.
be a corny motherfucker today. Like,
You know, that's what I'm saying. But that's where it feeds my ego.
Nah. Cause sometimes like I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be thinking like when I'm introduced to a new girl and they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, I start thinking back. I'm like, yo, you used to talk to so and so, didn't you? Yeah. I was like, yo, he's such a cool guy. What did you do wrong there? Why did he leave you? What's wrong with you, huh? Like that's when I start thinking deep, and then like the simplest thing might throw me off.
Yeah, that's the red flags. Like, that's when you're looking for red flags. You're like, he's a cool guy, and I know
you
this
might eat your fries with a fork, and I'm like, is that what? What other weird shit does she do? Huh? And she low key disgusts me already, and it's
Yeah.
like, yo, the relationships just be funny as fuck. Like,
They really do.
like that shit.
But you know, I feel like sometimes, like you said, I boost my ego sometimes so hard because it's like, because when I think about the impact I've made, especially on like certain people that I talk to, in my head it's like a lot of things and I can list them. And this is like my fucking ego, my narcissism in like a way. I'm like, if it wasn't for me, like you wouldn't be where you are today. Like I can admit to that shit sometimes, especially with Danny. I'm like, if it wasn't for me, nigga, like you wouldn't be where you are today. Like,
Or like-
and I fall prey to that sometimes.
You
as well.
look back at her old dude, and it's like, man, I bet he couldn't even squat as much as me.
Yeah, no, it's like if you would have dated him, like you would have ended up in some like trailer trash park and he would have been beating you. But like because of me, like I saved you.
Yeah, no, that's some egotistical
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. And
Couldn't be
and,
me.
like sometimes I sit there and I'm like, man, I gotta fucking relax. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I find myself sometimes like, you know, like doing, because like sometimes she talks and she's like, oh, like blah blah blah. She's like, because sometimes she does like that independent thing, right? Where she's like, you know, she's like, oh, you know, I don't need anybody, and then it does trigger me because I'm like, honestly, if it wasn't for me,
Well-
you wouldn't be able to be independent. I am the reason why you are.
So
here,
maybe
you
she
know?
is independent now. It's
Yeah,
just
no, she has a
because
level of
of your
independence.
past.
Yeah, she has a level of
being
independence.
independent. Is because I can see why that
Yeah,
feeds your
like-
ego. I'd be like, yo,
Yeah.
you're only independent because of me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. She has her level of independence.
I
but
freed you from your
But
capture.
I feel like I'm the one that granted her that level
Yeah,
of independence because the
like-
amount of times, like, you know, I've tried to
I
help her.
could take that away from you
And that's
too.
so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Like-
Yeah, that's all I'm like, if it wasn't for me, nigga, like, yeah, like, you're lucky I'm letting you do this. You know what I mean? Like it's very controlling
Nah,
and like
I
weird.
see-
So I try not to do
No.
it, but.
See, this is why I hate men, because that's some real shit though. Like, that's some real shit. Like you were so unhappy in your last relationship. You're lucky I came and freed you. Like he probably would have laid hands on you. Like
Yeah, I see.
yeah,
Me.
don't make me send you back.
It's like Drake shit, bro.
Yo,
I took you from the streets. I can send you right back.
that not. No, it's some real shit though.
Yeah, no, but it's hard to like not.
Some of
do
y'all
that
only
kind of stuff.
independent because you're using my money.
God damn.
That's a fucking bar. But
You know, it's hard not to do that though. I try to find ways to like not do that, but it's like it's actually really difficult.
Some toxic shit that we just said. That's some real talk.
Yeah, I can acknowledge that. That's what I'm saying. Like I acknowledge, like, yeah, I'm toxic in some way, so I'm trying to like work on it. But
I love
it's
that.
hard to work
Sometimes
on.
you
stuff
gotta
like
work
that.
on it. The fuck.
No, I believe if you
You
can
gotta
make
take
yourself
credit.
better, I believe if you can make yourself better, you have to do it. Oh, that's just me.
But what I'm saying is sometimes you gotta take credit for what you did. Sometimes you gotta sit back and admire your own creation.
Yeah. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, is that like fucked up for me to think? Like,
You think Harriet Tubman ain't back up and go like, I just freed all these people?
Yeah, like, I did
That's
that
a
shit.
dub. That's me. That's all me.
Yeah, it's like me.
Yeah, like
you're me. Anything you do is because of me.
Yo, keep talking. I'm gonna send you right back.
Yeah, don't think
I'm gonna tell them where you at.
I'm gonna call Mass up right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a fucking bad way.
on some real shit. It be like that sometimes. Like,
Especially like with certain friends, sometimes that happens. Like when it's like,
Shit.
if you would have just listened to me, nigga, goddamn.
That's the best thing. Cause bro, I've been in that situation where I've been in an argument with a friend, and I'm like, I ain't gonna name. I'm gonna name names. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna name some names, bro. Let me take this timestamp real quick. I'm gonna be real with you. These timestamps be coming in handy. I can edit this shit in 5 seconds because of this shit. But let me, But I was arguing with this one dude, and like we was talking about him and his girl and some shit, and like he said like he was like coming crazy at me, saying some shit to me. I was like, and I'm gonna be real with you, I was out of pocket. But I said, yo, the only reason you talking to that girl is because I took your phone and texted her.
It's because of me.
Like, bro, I sweet talked her for the first 30 minutes. After she let her guard down, guess what? That's when you came in. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had this bitch. Who are you? Yo, get down on your knees and suck me off real quick.
Yeah, right?
Like,
It's just one of
fuck
those
you mean?
things.
Who are you talking big with?
Or it's like they ask for advice, right? You tell them and they don't listen. It's like, maybe you should have listened to me, nigga.
Yeah,
like you know, maybe I'm right.
Yo, sometimes we do be right. Yo, fuck that. That ain't ego. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, no.
But
Yeah,
sometimes
but it feeds the ego, and
sometimes
it's
we
like
be right.
it's hard to control that shit.
It's not my fault. That's why I always say that one of my biggest problems about me thinking that I'm always right is because it gets validated by the times that I'm right.
Yeah.
I be right a lot.
I'm like, you know, maybe because I'm right. Like, you should listen to me.
Like sometimes I'd be like, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. I get proven wrong and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. Then it comes right back around and I was right. And I'm like, look, this is why I'm always right. Like,
And it's not even because like I'm like some guru, because sometimes I just think most of logical shit and I take like the feelings out of it and I'm like, oh, that's the way you should do it. And then it
my
comes
fault.
back around, right? And it's like, you're right. And I'm like, man, I knew that shit, nigga.
well, you would have, I wouldn't have guessed.
Who would have guessed?
Oh my God. Like, this is so new to me.
Yeah, like even Danny, Danny doesn't do anything stupid, but she's like, you know, I never knew that was right. I was like, I told
Yeah, you
you.
a real boyfriend.
I was like,
this
I
motherfucker
told
just said
you.
she don't do nothing stupid, and that bitch do stupid shit.
No, she doesn't know do
That
like
bitch do
crazy stupid,
shit.
right? But when like I tell her something, she's like, you know, I never know. I was like, actually, I can't believe you're right. I was like, why can't you believe it, bitch? I'm right a lot.
Just knowing her, she be doing some stupid shit sometimes.
Oh.
But then you a real one for that. He said, yo, she don't do nothing stupid.
Yeah, no,
Like,
oh god, yeah, she don't do nothing that stupid.
I've been talking to her, and she go, yeah, Trevor be doing some stupid shit. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to say,
She'll
maybe
ever
I
be-
do some stupid shit.
Nah, she don't be saying that.
You know,
Yo,
but
what
like,
are
you
some
know,
of your best pickup lines?
I haven't talked to like a girl.
This is pretend.
so
Let's say
long.
you and Danny, this is your first time meeting. What's your go-to line?
My go-to line:
Yo, what's your cash at? Like,
how much to fuck?
yo, I see
Like,
you're not going nowhere.
How much do you charge an hour? And after you maybe want to go on like a date or
Like-
something, you know.
Like, bro, I was watching these videos recently.
Oh, the pickup
about,
artists.
About these dudes like using pickup lines and shit. And I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, that motherfucker is smooth. Couldn't be me. I did, hey, how are you? How's your day?
Oh,
These
really? That's
motherfuckers
nice.
are like, are you lost? Because heaven's far away from here. It's like, oh, what the fuck?
I think that's cringy,
I think
though.
that's corny. But then these girls be like, oh my God, stop. You're so cute. It's like, what the fuck? Yo, that works? But I guess it's just because I don't got
it
sauce
depends
like
the
that.
girl, because some girls like being flattered, and you have to do it the right way. You can't be like,
I don't got sauce like
you
that.
lost from heaven. Like heaven's a long way from here.
Bro, like it's some crazy shit. Like,
Yeah,
did you
but-
fall from heaven? Because your face is fucked up. And it's like, it's like, oh, wait, my bad. It ain't
No.
supposed to go that way.
No, because he was
Let
like,
me take that
he
back
was
real
like,
quick.
Are you retarded? Because you look real special. I was like, wow.
Yo, that's some real shit. Sometimes I don't know how to.
I haven't talked to a girl in like a long time. Like other than my girlfriend and my mother and my sister, I don't know how to talk to girls.
I once got a girl because I messaged her saying that her cousin looked good. I How the fuck did I manage to do that? I don't know. All I know is that I hit her up. Yo, your cousin look good as fuck.
But like, okay, my thing is, since they're on pickup lines, if I had a pickup line, even though I like I said, I haven't talked to a girl
of course,
in a long
of course,
time,
of
right?
course.
If I had a pickup line and like I was gonna approach a girl, I'd just be like, "You look nice. Can I take you out?" Like not like you look nice. Like, like, hey, I saw you across the room. And you're really cute. Like you want to go out sometime. That's just like that's because my way
dub your
is
ass.
like, yeah, I probably get dubbed a lot, but like that's just the way. Like I think like like obviously I like you. I'm not gonna sit here and beat around the bush. Like I want to take you on a date, bitch. Like let's see what's up.
That's why I kind of wish I was more egotistical. I wish I did. I'm gonna be real with you sometimes, because some people have a lot of confidence because they're so egotistical. Like they're so up their own ass that their confidence level boosts like crazy. So I feel like if I was egotistical, bitch, I'd walk up and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
I know
It's
you're
me.
not gonna say no.
Like, bro, come on, let's skip all that other shit. Come on, let's go. I wish I could do that. I'd be like, yo, she gonna dub my ass for 5 seconds.
Because it's not an ego thing. I was like, listen, I'm not gonna, sit here and
No,
waste
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, I'd rather just be
saying, like,
honest and straightforward. But listen,
See,
I like you.
Yeah.
And I want to take you on a date and see if we can do something.
But I'm talking about those motherfuckers that just walk up and they just cocky as fuck. They slam their dick on the table.
I'm Kanye West.
And say, yeah. It's like, bro, if you could slam your dick on the table when y'all meeting, props to you. I can't.
Yeah, no.
My shit just gonna dangle right there. Like, it's not slamming down. It's not making no noise.
It's not.
She gonna
It's gonna rest
shit.
on my balls.
Nah, yeah, you say some real shit though.
I don't know how big your dick is. Honestly, like I don't want to be vulgar. I don't know how big your dick is if you just like let that shit dangle between your legs, bro. My shit sits right on my balls. I don't know who you are, but props to you.
Nah. Sometimes it could just dangle.
Like when I'm in the shower, just like shaking my dick. I do that.
I don't know about that, but what I'm saying is like sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm like my shit dangling. I'm like, yo, maybe I got a big dick. Yo, nah, I get disappointed once I pull out the ruler. Have you ever measured your dick?
I measured my dick.
Yo, I've never done it. I
Really?
remember your homeboy did. Your man
Well, no,
said
I think it's
7,
I think,
and I was like,
I think it's
bro.
weird when
When you
guys
tell other
measure their
people?
dick and they're like, "Yeah, you want to know how big my dick is, bro?"
Nah, you remember homeboy from down the street where he would be like, yeah, yo, we was in a circle and we all whipped that shit
Yeah.
out to measure it. He
It's
said,
like-
wait, what are you talking
Why
about?
would you want to tell like bro, like if somebody asks, "Yo, how big your dick is?" Like, "Oh yeah, I can fit that in my mouth, dude." Like dude, what is the reason for asking?
That's what I'm
somebody?
saying. Like I never get that shit. Like
I get being curious, okay, but like that's a different
the
level.
only time I'm telling somebody my dick size is if my shit 12.
I'm never telling anybody my dick.
Nah, if my shit 12, I'm walking out and I'm telling you.
I was like, you
like,
guys.
Like I'm not even saying my name. I'm starting off this podcast with a
picture of my
I'm
dick.
12er. Like I'm that motherfucker. Like why you think I'm going to Dr. Miami? Like
Well, I think that's because we overemphasize fucking having a big pee. You know what I mean? Like, because we're America, we're like, go big, go home. Like,
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm
big
not
dick
even
motherfuckers.
like I'm gonna be real with you. I'm happy with my shit. Like
At first, I was very insecure.
really?
Yeah, when I first started, I was like watching porn. I saw these niggas with
Oh,
just
nah.
like just absolute just monster, just cogs. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
like-
Sorry, this is like the vulgar section.
It don't
God
matter, it
damn,
don't
like,
fucking-
you know what I mean? Like, they're absolutely railing people. You know,
Hell no.
Like in my head, I was like, it's like
That's not me.
the same thing is like big and tough. It's like, yeah, I want a big dick, and then I was
Yo,
like, damn, my dick isn't.
When was the sad
It's not
moment?
that big.
When was the sad moment you realized that you can't make your shit bigger?
I was sitting there. I was like, damn, like it's not getting any bigger.
I was
like,
sitting there like, yo, should I buy these pills? Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking about buying the hydro pump.
Yo,
You know what that is? The hydro pump.
the thing that like, you put it on
the extendo. The extendo.
Nah, bro. Like,
That's some real shit.
like that, yo.
I'm not gonna lie. I've watched 2-hour videos about like people trying to sell pills, and I'm like,
or like
they're like
that one
African
method.
secret formula.
That method where you gotta like yank on your shit while it's soft, and then like eventually it'll grow.
you know, it's crazy. By theory, that does work, but it's
Really?
like stretching. You have to keep doing it.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. At one point, I was content with my shit. Like I'm happy with mine, and so now it's like I'm not looking around going on something like when I see a big dick now, I'm like, damn, that's a big dick. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Why
I
do
know
you have
homo
that?
shit, but I'm at the point now where it's like I don't really care. You know, I'm
Yeah.
chilling. Like, I've understand there's more to sex and stuff like that than just big dicks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's some big dick picky hoes, but I don't want to date. Like I don't want to fuck with those bitches. You know, like yeah, you got a special kind of you're reserved. You know,
Yeah,
alright, it's cool.
That's for you.
Yeah,
that's why
for
I
you,
tell
bro.
you off bat. if you want Mandingo, you're not getting Mandingo.
No, because I think I could have a good time with a woman like.
Yeah,
like
but some bitches only want that 12er.
Well,
And
I
say,
think they
guess
just
what?
haven't had. Well, that just boils down to my personal opinion about.
They
all
just
that
haven't had
other
mine
stuff.
yet.
Yeah, it's like you haven't had my fucking proud five.
How you gonna say you don't want a 3 when you haven't had a 3 yet?
Yeah, how you gonna say a 3's trash when you never tried it? You know. That's why it's like one of those things.
How would you feel if your girl got the dildo bigger than your dick?
Oh, wow, I don't know. I mean, would I be mad?
I don't know. Me personally, I'm gonna be real with you. I might be a little mad.
Honestly, I think it'd be a moment as soon as I finally just go, damn. And I think that just be how I'm like I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be sad. Like, damn.
I might be a little mad. I might be like damn. That mean when I'm hitting it, she not.
Yeah, it's just like
She gonna be missing that shit. That thing right there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna sit there and go.
I'm for the young mom pull the strap out.
Yo, Kodak Black talk about young balls is the funniest thing ever.
Oh, nah.
But yeah, no, I think I'd just be like very, very shocked. I just sit there and go, man, god damn it.
What are your thoughts on role play?
I think for girls you have to have role play. I'm not like I don't trust me. I don't get a lot of pussy, but from what I've like heard and seen from a lot of like girls,
I'm talking about like dressing up and
like
shit.
whoa, what do we? What do you mean
Role play.
dressing up? Like I
Not
thought
foreplay. Role play.
Oh.
Like you dressing up as like a police officer and she wants to
honestly,
be arrested.
If you live in your own house and like that's what they like, sure, like, fuck it, I'm down.
Or like, what if she asks you to be another dude? What if she says like, yo, throw that Dwayne The Rock Johnson hoodie on?
I just might. It depends who it is, but I just might.
So what if y'all fucking she like yell out Dwayne?
I'm like, damn right, say it louder.
Nah,
Call me The
bro.
Rock. You're like The Rock.
It couldn't be me.
I think I could.
I could role play as me, not as nobody else.
So if she wanted you to be like a cop, like you can do it.
Yeah.
Doctor.
I'm the Officer Diaz, Officer Eric. I'm not gonna be no Officer Dwayne. The
Officer
fuck?
No, if it's someone like The Rock, maybe.
Nah, bro. That motherfucker is too built.
It doesn't matter. I just have to, I have to perform for my man, like in the honor of my man. Yeah.
And honor mom. Trust me, if you told him he'd kill you, he'd be like, "Why are you doing that?"
I'd be like, hey man, why not? Why
Do you ever get performance anxiety?
I used to, but no, I don't think so.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I be sitting.
I feel like because that's you. I don't want to snitch on you or anything, but I feel like you have more sexual like partners than I do. So therefore, like you'd probably feel some sort of level of
Well, that's because like
performance
sometimes,
anxiety.
yo, that's the thing. That's the problem with knowing some of the people you like before you sleep with each other. It's like like sometimes like in the past, of course.
That nigga's dick is trash.
Yeah, or like she'll tell me like she'll be like, oh, I was fucking this one dude, yo, his dick was so big that that's my favorite, and I'm sitting there, damn. So then that shit hits when you're about to hit.
Oh, you're like, my dick is not as big.
It's like, damn, she better be shocked. Like she better be sad as fuck. Like that shit not gonna work the same.
Yeah,
Or like sometimes I'm like, damn, what if she don't want 5 minutes? What if she wants 80?
I used to be like that in the beginning when I first started dating Danny, but like I said, I think I've realized you just have to talk to the person, like as long as you have a basic
that's some corny.
understanding of what it is. I know it's corny,
How
but
do
I
you
swear
stop
to God,
yourself
it
from
works.
nutting? I'm gonna with you, and this is TMI. Like now this is, and I'm about to use another name. This is TMI. But one time I was fucking, and I was like, what's Yon doing right now? Instant, like I'm telling you, my shit died. I was like, yes, I can go for another hour. Like, fuck yes. So now I know if I really want to kill my shit, I just got to think about one of the boys. My shit gonna die, and then it resets the whole meter.
Wait,
I'm
really?
good again.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Like, I don't want to get too deep in like my sex life or anything, but I feel like that's not really an issue for me, at least.
Nah, sometimes the pussy be too fire.
No, sometimes
I be
it's not
saying
even a
that
matter
it's
about
too
being
fire.
fire.
Yes,
No, I swear to God.
I know. I swear to God, that shit. Sometimes it be too fire, and I'm sitting
No,
there.
because
I'm
there's
like,
moments where I'm like,
if 5 seconds in, yo, this is only gonna last 2 minutes.
Really?
You're getting a good 2 out of me today.
no, because
Like,
I feel like there's certain points where I'm like, man, I really could just bust like the fattest nut, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But I still think I have like fairly like very well controlled. It's like I understand. I'm like, nah, you know, I'm never like, oh man,
yeah.
I'm slipping and sliding. Woo, I'm gonna lose control. Oh my god.
oh, so you just haven't had good box.
No, it's not about box.
like,
It can be the
nah,
wettest
I'm kidding.
box in the world. But
I ain't gonna disrespect your girl like that. But all I'm gonna say is sometimes it really do be like that. Sometimes that shit is too crazy. And you're in there and
I
you're
think
like,
you just have a weak mind. I think it's mostly just mind games, honestly. It's like you just have to have the fucking mental solitude for that
hell
shit,
nah, bro. Sometimes that shit go crazy, and you're sitting there, and it's like, bro, this shit not gonna go very long. Very long. This shit gonna end in the next 5 seconds.
You can't hold it?
Nah, I can.
Okay, yeah.
But it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when I have to actually start focusing. That's when I gotta start using my brain and be like, all right, nah, I'm not gonna nut. Like, you know, we gonna go through 80 positions, then I'm gonna finish. But it's like, sometimes I just like to like just relax. And it's like, oh, if I really do like fully relax, that shit not gonna
Well, that's
last.
because you're deep in, like, at that point, once you start relaxing, you start thinking about what you're actually doing and feeling. That's like when it gets more sensual and you start fucking about to bust, because then you're like, damn, like, this chick is, that I know is really fucking.
This bitch crazy.
It's
like,
bro, I'm actually fucking right.
yo, you ever been in a position where you just did something crazy and you're like, damn, I wish one of my boys was here so I could just dap him up real quick.
I mean, I've been proud of some of the things that I've done.
Sometimes I'd be like, I wish I recorded this shit.
I wish Muhammad was here, bro. I mean,
Nah.
only he could see that shit, nigga. Like,
Nah, but sometimes I'm like, I wish I recorded that shit. I would have shown my boys right now. Like, they would have all hyped me up. Like, yo, you did that was crazy. You really did a spin in that shit. Like, hey.
no, there's times I think I'd be like, man, I'd be a good porn star. But that's just like,
I was on TikTok. There's one porn star. Do you know the big black dude with the face tats and then like he's on every BBC video. He's big as fuck. Like, he's big as fuck. Oh well, okay. So this one guy, he was just making a TikTok about how like, have you ever had an argument on set? And he was talking about how, like, the girl starts riding him. He laying down, and then like originally she was giving head to one dude, and that dude, like, I guess she was just tired of it or some shit. And so she left to go ride homeboy. And so he like imagine we on the bed. Like, not we, but like no. Imagine like you and a girl on the bed. So you're on your back and she on top. So now the other dude just walked over, hopped on the bed and stood up. So now
so
his
his
nut
dick and
sack is
balls
like,
is-
yeah. And so he's looking up and he's like, what the fuck is this dude doing? And she giving that crazy head apparently.
oh, and it's like,
And then, yeah, he said he just saw one big like saliva thing, and he said, "Yo, I swear to God, if that shit fall." And as he was thinking that on his forehead, he was like, he said he got up. He said, "Yo, nah, we pausing this shit, bro. You never doing that shit again. What the fuck was that? Now I just got this glob of shit on my forehead."
Well,
Like, yo, I be thinking,
well, that's
I'm
the problem with,
damn.
like, you know, when you're you know, you have multiple partners. Because imagine you're in that situation, right? And,
Yo,
like, there's a chick that's really pretty.
I'm
She gets
punching
down with
homeboy in
different
his
guys.
nutsack.
And it's not like you know,
The
she's
fuck?
doing her thing, right? And he just stands over you and just like,
Yo, what's that fast bag thingy that y'all be doing? That's what I'm gonna be
The
doing.
speed bag?
Yeah. I'm be doing that shit, bro. Pissing me the fuck off. That's why I can never have to
I feel like you'd have to expect that. I guess I just like fucking put my hand on my forehead and let it lay.
Nah,
and just wipe it
fuck
off.
that shit, bro.
I mean, I think I'd be like, hey man, can you like move?
Nah, because now you got to pause the whole scene.
I just slide under. You know, I'd slide back and flip. You know?
But she's riding you, so you can't really.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I mean, but then you're just fucking up the whole scene.
No, I'm not like, you'd be like, yo, what is that guy doing? Some agility. I'll make it look cool.
Yo, we're almost 2 hours in, and we haven't spoken about
shit about
Like-
just,
Okay, I guess we can go into music. Yo, we could say some of this shit for next week. I don't even give a fuck.
Okay, hold on. Have you heard Lil Durk new single?
Not at all.
Just play a little piece. Fucking trash.
I haven't even heard his single. Like,
I think it's a new single.
Yo,
Bro,
we-
he's singing and
we
shit,
better
bro. Just play a little piece, like a minute, and just hear the chorus. Absolute hot fucking garbage.
Oh wait, the one with him and Kalani?
Yeah, trash.
Well, I like that.
Him singing, fucking garbage. That was the worst
Wait.
idea he ever had.
Actually,
in his life.
I haven't heard the whole thing. Kanye crazy.
I'm not talking about his
Kanye
verse.
crazy. Yeah, that song is fucking garbage.
Just play like a minute, just so you can understand. This
but
fucking
we
shit's
about to
garbage.
run through these shits, bro. After the song.
Oh, silence. Sorry.
Yo,
He's
my
searching up
shit
the
out.
song. He's searching up the
No,
song.
not even. My shit just. I clicked play. It just didn't work.
Give us a second, guys.
Like, yo, you have technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. You should just make that a sound clip.
Yo, why isn't this shit working?
Oh, you had it. All right, we're gonna play like 30 seconds a minute.
Oh, if we get copyrighted, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Let your girls know they be happy to see you down. They be happy to see you down. And my heart cold, but you heat it up. Get you to the crib, Nicky, beat it up. Real power couple when they can't compete with us. Can't no one fuck this up cause it's too deep with us.
Was that
But I
censored?
love you. That's why I'm into you, my baby.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm never playing this song again. Like,
Wait, no, just skip a little bit into the chorus where he's singing, just so I can like show you.
that's
like,
a long. It's a
just
2-minute
skip-
song.
No,
and
just
we're
skip like, in the
43
middle.
seconds in.
Just skip somewhere. It's like
Alright.
it's somewhere where he's singing.
This shit's fucking.
I just want to like show people like this
Put a
fucking.
rollie on her left wrist.
This is still the intro.
No abortion.
A minute in.
Why
talking
you
about
A
white
minute and
feet.
30.
I ain't never been in love this deep, you know what I'm saying? Like my past, you know what I'm saying? I regret it. But I think we made for each other for real.
Yo,
Taking love for
Okay, fuck it. Nobody cares about Kehlani. But my point is,
Turned up with the young generation.
oh, this is it.
Try to give you dip, you can't take it. Treat you like a virgin, you can taste it.
Yo,
see, I'm not gonna like listen.
I'm not gonna say shit because I love Lil Durk.
No, I'm saying shit. Listen, Lil Durk, he tried something new here. I just don't think it was it. You know, Kehlani, I didn't even listen to that song because I couldn't even make it with, like the way through because he was
Kalani,
singing.
I know your verse was fire.
I know
It's okay.
Kehlani's verse is
It's alright,
probably
baby.
okay. I'm not gonna, say it's good or bad, but
It don't
Lil
matter.
Durk, don't do this again, please. 0 out of 10.
Have you listened to Freddie Gibbs and Schoolboy?
Oh my god.
That shit is fucking
Gang
crazy. Nah, I'm playing this shit. If we gonna play that
yeah, just play like
different
30, 40
song,
seconds about
that
like, gang
different
signs.
Lil Durk song. Not ass, just different. I'm playing this shit. Ooh!
This song's a vibe.
Yeah, every day I need a dope flip. I was on some rope shit. A nigga was a pope pimp, do or die. Nigga play me on some mope shit. A nigga might as well kill his motherfucking self. It's a suicide. Got a Draco, let it rip. Nigga hopped up quick, so I had to double back, hit him 2 times. I ain't new to this shit, bitch. I'm true to this shit. And every morning I wake up and throw a gang sign. I just wanna be
Legit- Okay. I can't.
no.
I'm gonna let that shit rock.
Honestly, this song was such a vibe.
Oh my.
It was him and Schoolboy Q, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
the second I heard that
they
instrumental, I knew Schoolboy
killed
was about to kill this
I
shit.
feel like I've heard this before.
Fuck.
Like the whole flow, it was so fire though.
That shit was just crazy.
Like if you want a mellow song, bro, Gang Signs by Schoolboy. Well, no,
Wow.
by Freddie Gibbs and Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
Fire, absolute heat.
I don't know if you heard the new
Conway?
Conway.
Of course I have.
Well, no, he dropped a song.
Yeah, ballads.
Yeah, he
With
dropped a
J-
song with JID.
JID.
That shit was cool.
Yeah, I actually think.
But
like,
he dropped the whole album too. But it was only on like you have to go online for it. Like it's not like
Apple
on
Music.
streaming platform. Even though it said that we were gonna get it on all streaming platforms. That's what threw me off, if I'm being honest with you. But it was
Honestly, I suck Conway's dick, and I keep doing it. That nigga's fucking pretty like.
we talking too much about dicks today.
Yeah, a little bit too much, but
Nah.
I think honestly, I didn't really like JID's part as much as I like Conway's part.
The
though.
name of this album is if it bleeds, it can be killed.
Oh my god.
It's Conway with Big Ghost Ltd.
Oh yeah, I remember they made a song Sicario or something. Is this ballads or just some song from the album?
This is just a song from.
Wrapped up in this school over here, you know what I'm saying?
Man, this is just a snippet. I ain't gonna do all that. We gotta run through this shit. We almost done.
Anyway, but there's a lot more vocals in the song than I expected in ballads.
Yeah.
I think JID did a pretty good job.
I think
like the
JD
chorus.
held himself down.
I just think Conway. I like Conway.
Yeah,
I just prefer
100.
Conway's
You get me.
verse more than like JID's. Like if I'm gonna be
That's
honest,
just
with you.
us.
Yeah, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think
But-
JID did a good job. I just
He
prefer
held his
Conway.
own.
I
He held
just prefer
his own, I
Conway.
guess.
I keep saying Kanye, but Conway.
Kanye crazy.
You heard Kodak Black single?
Kanye crazy. Last Day In.
No, not Last Day In. It's another one.
Oh, but there's another one.
There's a fucking another one.
I missed it. Is it good?
It's actually not. It's okay.
Kanye crazy.
It's nothing bad, but it's nothing
Every
great either.
balmain.
I like Last Day In though. Last Day In is actually kind of
That shit went crazy.
Yeah, and
But-
I actually like Kodak Black's vocals.
I love Kodak Black's vocal.
Like, he can't
got that
sing, but he
raspy
can.
voice. Yeah, I'll be fucking with it, yo.
Like he's no R&B artist, but he can like his. I like
Kanye
how unique
crazy.
his voice sounds.
I don't know why that song stuck in my head, but man, let's just skip a little bit into this bitch.
It's okay.
Pull up, we ain't related. Brand new baby by Sarah, get that money just keep on generating, y'all. Ran up in and came in it, getting into a raw. Say every year for Thanksgiving, I'ma switch your cars.
Yo, this shit, I don't know. I like it so far.
Honestly, he hasn't lost his Florida rapper flow at
100%.
all. This is very, like, if I had to break this down, because you know how there's different sections of music. This is very Florida as if there's one thing Kodak Black still remains true to, it's his Florida like background. This is so Florida, it's actually ridiculous.
It's wild, yeah.
You saw somebody had like a red dot on him. Like, since it's on Kodak, he was at the club with his like security guards. And people were like making fun of it because there was a red dot on him, like a laser. So the security just rushed him out because they thought he was gonna get shot.
Yo, they better not do my boy
But I
dirty.
think it was just like a red dot.
Yo, I'm telling you now, if they do my boy
And he lost
dirty,
a lot of weight.
Yeah, nah, he
lost
looks
a lot of weight.
He looks different.
Yeah,
He looks really
the
different.
amount of transformations Kodak Black has made is actually kind of ridiculous. There's like 3 phases of Kodak Black.
That motherfucker, I wasn't expecting him to look that
And
different.
he has
when
like
he came
wicks now. That's also very Florida-esque. Like dreadlocks that are like wicked together and really thick. That's like telltale sign of Florida.
out. Nah,
like,
bro, that
yeah,
shit
down
threw
south.
me off. I was fucked up when I saw that. But I mean,
What else is there to... Oh wait, Weekend Jasmine and Herb. What was that about?
I guess
I tried looking for it,
well,
but it wasn't
Weekend
there.
Jasmine heard that was just the Super Bowl in general.
Wait. So
of
let me touch
course.
back on Super Bowl. How did you feel about Jasmine performing? Did you think she did a good job?
First of all, my baby Jasmine, she killed that. She always gonna kill that. Her, oh my god, they had her on the guitar. She was killing that shit too. Shout out to Mother Queens, bro. They killed that shit. Now we can get into the Super Bowl itself. Yeah, let's get into the sports part of it first.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Honestly,
I'm a liar.
What I said remains true. Tom Brady is the GOAT. Oh, I didn't say it on the podcast, but I was talking to my friends like Ty. Ty said that Brady was just Brady's coach was just gonna get outplayed. Fuck you, Ty. I told you, bitch.
Tom Brady won that bitch.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
know.
He blew them out of the water. They
Apparently,
didn't
it
even
was so
score one
boring.
touchdown.
Yeah.
It wasn't boring. It was hilarious.
I heard it was just
I
boring as
felt
fuck.
bad for Patrick Mahomes, but like his offensive line was absolute hot trash. They were just getting their back blown out by the I almost said the Patriots, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like defensive line was just absolutely clapping their cheeks. They always just pierced through the line and made Mahomes was always on the run. He didn't have time to fucking make any decisions, and his team was also dropping balls. So I feel like they just showed up and they choked.
Yeah,
and they didn't even make one touchdown. All their points were field goals.
I'm
but
gonna be real with
Brady,
you. I
there was a
ain't
couple calls though. I'm not gonna lie. There was like 2 flags that were very, like they're playing home, but
I didn't watch
very
that shit.
interesting.
Like,
But to break it down to you, basically, Brady's the GOAT. He did what he always does. He showed up to play. He made his team win. There was more to it. His defensive line, phenomenal. They did a really good job. Everybody on the team that Brady was playing with, they all came to play and to win.
yeah.
And that really showed. It shows. But the thing about it is also interesting. I know you don't know too much about it, but it shows that. Yeah, like a quarterback can make a team, but the team also still has to be still sort of good.
So like what I heard was that he just this is just a random team that he just hopped on.
Yeah, it is.
And he just brought these motherfuckers to.
Yeah, these guys never won a Super Bowl, I don't think.
God damn.
And he came on and
That motherfucker
but
built
Brady's
different.
a GOAT and he's a veteran and he knows how to, I guess, put a team together and really uplift people. But the thing is, Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback, but he was still unable to achieve the same success Brady did. But that just might be due to Brady being a GOAT.
Now onto the.
But anyway, the halftime show. How did you feel about the halftime show?
You watched it, right?
I watched it.
Okay, I watched
made
it.
sure
I
I
watched
watched
it like the day afterwards, just because I knew that we were going to talk about it.
Yeah, and I watched it.
I knew
there.
that was the most anticipated thing. We obviously spent like 3 hours already talking about it beforehand. I expected so much from the weekend. No, it was exactly everything that I expected. It was really good actually. Like, I heard people on Twitter killing it though. People didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I saw some people say. Honestly, it's not what I
liked
expected.
it.
I thought
I
he'd
really
play.
liked it.
I thought he'd play more like his new album esque.
Yeah, but he went all the way to House of Balloons.
He went way back.
Nah, but that motherfucker, I will say, it made me feel a little uncomfortable with all that like Jesus stuff. Like
The choir was very odd.
And then like the bright lights. Like I get it, it's blinding lights, but it's still like all those bright lights. And then you have the choir singing like some Like
I think it was the best produced.
I was like,
in means of like
that
the
shit looked
choirs,
expensive.
the colors,
That shit
like,
looked
you know,
expensive
it
as
was very
fuck.
music video esque.
yeah, I could definitely
And
see that.
that's why,
especially
I think
when he
it's the best
hopped in the back and
produced.
he was
Yeah, and then you see
running
the
around.
field, everybody's like just
Like,
dancing, and then
yeah.
like that. I think that was really cool. I think the choreography with like the amount of people he had. I don't think he has dancing. Like he didn't really dance too much, but
Nah.
I mean the choreography, like from the people that he brought on, like especially when they covered the whole Super Bowl field, was very nice. I think the producing was A1.
You know,
His singing was also pretty good.
One of my favorite things about this whole Super Bowl halftime show thing are the TikToks of everybody that was in like the face mask things, just showing themselves. They're like, "Yay, I was a part of this," and it's like something that I really did love about this is that it just seemed fun. It seemed like everybody was just having their own fun, and I love that. And like another thing is that this just like it just proved to me this motherfucker is so talented. Like his vocals when he started singing at some point, like really singing, like he just let that shit hang there. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like this motherfucker is killing this.
I can respect the time he put into this.
Yeah. I can see why he chose this over the Grammys.
See, my thing is performances. My whole thing about it, it's only weird because you know the quality of the audio is still kind of shitty compared to like when they're in the studio, of course.
Yeah.
And that's always the like takeoff to me. But he sang pretty well.
Yeah.
I like what he was moving around a lot. I also like the producing. The choir in the beginning caught me off guard. They're a bunch of robots. Weird, weird stuff. But I do think it was pretty cool. And then like it was him with a selfie and like in the background there's fireworks. I think it was produced very, very, very
I forget
well.
what
That's all
song
I
it
had.
was that came before Blinding Lights, but that transition, that shit, I went off.
And his transitions weren't too bad.
Yeah, and everybody, you could just see everybody was having so much fun. Like even me, the second that shit came on, everybody starts running around. Like once Blinding Lights started, it looked like the thing that was in the choreography was run around, go have fun. Yeah. And so at one point, everybody was doing different shit. Somebody did hit the whoa. Somebody did all this. People were just running around
all at once.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, like this is fun. Like I'm enjoying this. I'm sitting there bobbing my head in my seat inside. I'm like, yeah, looking like a whole tard. Like, bro, like that. I love that shit. I love the energy that he was giving
Now,
out.
where do you put this on the list? Because I know I was having a conversation with Danny, and she was saying Bruno Mars did a better job, and we just got into the thing of like performances of Super Bowl throughout the time. So where do you put The Weeknd?
So I just want to preface this with, I have love for you and your girlfriend, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your girlfriend be saying some stupid shit.
On the Bruno Mars thing, yeah. I know.
Sometimes your girlfriend be saying some stupid shit. Cause I'm gonna be real with you. When you told me that she disrespected Prince,
Yeah.
by saying Bruno Mars had the better performance.
Yeah.
First of all,
She doesn't know.
Bruno Mars' performance was good, pretty good. It's not even in my top 3. It's not in my top 3. It may be my top 5, not my top 3.
Do you think The Weeknd did a better job than Bruno Mars? Since we're like talking about, honestly, me personally, just from the sheer level of like high level producing, I prefer The Weeknd over Bruno Mars.
I'm not gonna, I could flip a coin. I could flip a coin and be fine with whoever gets that number 5 position or number 4. It doesn't really matter to me. Because they were both really good. Actually, you're right. Because the Bruno Mars one kind of blew my shit when he brought out the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And all the motherfuckers, it was just a bunch of shirtless white men with, Bruno Mars team was all dressed nice as fuck with that gold jacket and shit. I was like, ooh.
Bruno Mars did a phenomenal job singing
Vocals incredible.
and dancing.
Yeah.
They did a phenomenal job. Their transitions were weak, and their feature was garbage. And that's what I don't like.
That shit
and I
blew
think
my
the
shit.
song selection was also a little.
Now, let me just say something. Since we're in the mood to disrespect kings, let me just say something. The thing about the Prince performance,
it was raining.
No.
Bro,
because
I can't.
the only thing I have to say about the Prince performance, first of all, everybody was wearing heels. Him, the girls that he danced with, everybody was wearing heels. The floor was already a little slippery. So once it started raining, they were like, oh shit, this shit's about to be bad. Like, oh no, everybody's about to start tripping. Let me tell you something. The conversation that happened right before the performance went down, his team calls him, the NFL people call him. They say, hey Prince, it's raining. He says, yeah, it's raining. They're like, oh, so are you okay with that? He says, can you make it rain harder? That's a fucking GOAT right there. That's the second I heard that bar, I said, I said, wait, that's the GOAT.
Honestly,
You're not beating him.
listen, I'll put it this way. Prince, he didn't have much choreography because I only seen the Purple Rain section of it. So I
That's
can
all
only
you
talk
had to
from
see.
that. Honestly, I swear to God, that literally is all you had to see.
Like,
But the way, like the vibe and the color, the lights, and just the way the crowd was interacting with Prince and the way he was just like going about it and performing, and it was like raining. It was just so visually like it was visually astonishing, and just seeing him perform and his voice phenomenal.
Yo.
He's walking in heels while it's raining while playing the guitar
Yo.
that's like shaped like a spear
like
thing.
his symbol, yeah.
And they raise up a rag and you just see his shadow playing the guitar.
yo.
It's very scenic.
My
and it's
man's-
absolutely
He
beautiful.
said, "Can I play the guitar?" Like, the second he said that, I said, "Yo, you better kill this shit."
He was talking
he's-
to the crowd.
He's asking us for permission because he's like, "Yo, y'all ready for this? Y'all not ready. I don't think y'all ready."
And the fact it was raining on top of that only added to the
Yo,
atmosphere.
Y'all lucky.
It was very atmospheric. I'll say that.
I
The
read a co-
atmosphere was phenomenal.
I read a comment on the YouTube thing that says, "You know it's good when God does your special effects." That man, God, he said, "Yo, he asked me to make it rain hard. Let me pour a little bit more." Yo, bro.
The only person that got close to Prince was Michael Jackson.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little something. If this wasn't a podcast, if this was music, like I could just play straight music. If let me take that back. Actually, if I didn't care for y'all, I would play his whole 5 minute in just guitar solo on this bitch. Cause you know what, that shit is beautiful. That man Prince. So the fact that you gonna say that Bruno Mars was better than Prince, I'm not here for this slander. And I ain't gonna disrespect
was just
nobody.
Danny.
Cause I feel like it's the only way for me to defend Prince's is by coming crazy to Bruno. You know what? I don't want to do that. So he was good,
But
Prince was a different level. That man, you
Prince
can't.
was just Prince, man.
You can't time that. Like that's the thing. It wasn't supposed to rain.
That's
It wasn't on the schedule to rain that day. And of course, they said, "Yo, it's raining today. What the fuck?" Nah, Prince knew what he was doing. He prayed that night.
I'm just saying.
For it to rain.
like I said, it was atmospheric to another level, and you could feel it even through watching it through the goddamn TV. I can only imagine what it's like being there with like literally the purple haze and just it's literally raining while he's singing and performing purple. It was probably the most beautiful shit to be there, but it was phenomenal. And then the crowd was going ooh, and he's like, "Can I play the guitar?"
Ooh, that
Bro,
motherfucker killed that shit.
It was just everything laid itself into place.
That's just goats
perfectly.
doing
that was
goat
like
shit.
That was like a once in a lifetime kind of thing
Yeah.
going on. I don't think I'll ever see anything like
MJ,
MJ
like you mentioned it,
killed it.
bro. My man's pulled up and he said, "Yo, I'm about to kill this shit. Let me let y'all breathe real quick." he said, "Let me stay in here for a good 2 minutes real quick. I'm gonna let y'all take it in. Take in my presence."
For those who haven't seen the MJ performance, I'm just gonna say the crowd was so loud it drowned out the music of Michael Jackson even singing and dancing and all the instruments
Bro,
involved. I feel like I could barely hear him just from the sheer crowd freaking out.
That's fucking crazy. Like,
I mean, Michael Jackson, he's the king of pop. Like, there's
Like-
nothing I could say. The producing was on the lower end because it was back in the day, of course. So they didn't have all the
And even
fancy
then,
lights.
he didn't
But
even
even then,
need all that.
the choreography, phenomenal. His voice, I couldn't even tell if he was singing or not. It sounded like they were recording. I don't even
no,
fucking
because
know.
they always
But it
play
was-
like
yeah.
the actual song.
But when he was singing,
on top,
he did a
of it.
great job. Crowd interaction, he brought like the "We are the world, we are the bro," and all the kids came on, fantastic. And he had the interaction with the fans. They were holding up the sign to show the kids.
shit.
Great, literally
Bro.
great. That was literally one of the greatest. That's what I'm saying. It's either Prince or Michael Jackson. Bruno Mars. I prefer the
You
Weeknd.
can't- The thing
Bruno
is,
Mars.
Bruno Mars, you can't even get offended that you get me?
Yeah,
'Cause
like, these are
it's
the-
Prince and Michael Jackson.
like I'm gonna put it this way: you're Kobe.
I can't even do that. Either.
You know,
I can't even do that.
that's just the best way I can put it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like,
I can say you're Shaq.
yeah.
You're great. You know, nobody's taking that away from you. You're amazing. You're arguably one of the best.
But not compared to the best.
Yeah, like,
You know,
you can't. You just can't sit on that throne. You can't.
Like, you know,
I'm gonna be real with you. You can't even stand next to the throne. I'm gonna need you to back up a
Prince is
little bit.
LeBron, and fucking MJ is fucking MJ.
Like,
You know what I mean? There's not much you could do compared to those two. You know?
shit.
That's my thing. Bruno Mars compared to anybody else, yeah, he's great. But compared to Michael Jackson and Prince, on the other hand,
Yeah, nah. I don't even think he would take offense to that.
Yeah.
And then, like, even then, the person I'm putting right after them is Beyonce.
Oh, really? You like Beyonce?
Beyonce fucking killed that shit. Bro, she brought out, like,
I remember that.
What's it called? Her girls, they started singing Bootylicious together. Then out of nowhere, like the whole, like, crowd stuff turned into, like, faces and shit. Yo, she killed that shit.
Wait, hold on. I know this is off topic. Beyonce has this song where it's just like, well, she didn't drop it yet, or she didn't drop it, but it was like, it's like a part, like it's a visual, and it's just talking about dropping it low or stuff like that, and it's actually pretty good.
I love that.
But I wish she would have dropped it, but I just like that on off note about Beyonce. I just thought that song was really cool.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
honestly, my list, it goes, I don't know if I could put Michael Jackson or Prince or one of them, because like,
I'm putting Prince.
yeah, it's Prince, or is it either Michael Jackson and Prince? You know, I think I'll put Michael Jackson, Prince. Then I'll put The Weeknd. I actually really like The Weeknd. Like, the whole producing thing really had me, and I thought it was like really cool. And then I'll put Bruno Mars, Maroon 5. Get the fuck out of here.
Then I'm
I don't
putting
even
a
know if
pile of shit.
Yeah,
That's
And
when
then
I'm
just
throwing
putting
the rest of y'all
Actually, no.
motherfuckers.
J-Lo
That's when
and
I'm throwing.
Shakira.
Nah.
You look good, so I'll put you for number 5.
You know what? You look good
I'm
enough.
just saying.
You look good enough to be number 3. Like,
That's what I would say. Like,
hey, shit. The second they stood
not
right
gonna
next to
lie,
each other,
J-Lo.
just started shaking some ass. I was like,
J-Lo, you brought in all the men. It got weird, but Shakira,
Yeah, bro,
Shakira
like-
knows where it's at.
I didn't really need all that, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
But yo, I'm not like J-Lo and Shakira. I don't even care what they sang. Shakira did a good job. J-Lo, But, you know, I like the whole dancing and the whole, you know, everybody's looking real pretty get together. So I put them right after Bruno Mars.
bro.
That's my list.
That
so
shit-
far. But I don't
Nah,
think
bro.
anybody's even gonna get close. I think
That's
the
what I'm
closest they'll
saying,
get,
like,
the closest they'll get is like Bruno Mars, but they can't top Prince or Michael Jackson.
I will say I was listening to this video, and I think it was Charlemagne, if I'm not mistaken, said we need to stop comparing LeBron to Jordan, because then we're never gonna give LeBron the credit that he deserves. My bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where he said we always bring up what Jordan did, and people always like to counter it with oh, but he never did this, but he never did that. And you're right, Jordan never did that. That's why LeBron is the first LeBron. But he's never gonna be the Jordan.
Yeah.
You got me? So the day we stop comparing them is the day we can give LeBron his respect.
Yeah, so
I've
I'll put it
stopped
this way:
comparing
Jordan can
them.
never be LeBron, and LeBron can never be Jordan. They're just
Yeah.
in the
Well,
same
I
way
feel
as
Jordan.
like
Never mind,
LeBron can never be Kobe, and Kobe can
Yeah.
never be LeBron.
It's
They're just
just-
different people.
I will say though, I've been watching that since we're on entertainment already. I might as well stay here.
We're on
But,
sports.
bro. I've been watching the Last Dance. Have you ever watched it?
You know what's crazy? I've watched pieces to it because like the B-roll and like I just see Michael Jackson, like Jordan, like with his tongue out dunking and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
But I haven't really gotten too much into it. I've watched like the first like 5 minutes.
This is like my third time rewatching it.
It's that good.
It's that good, bro. Let me tell you something. These are just like some lessons that I'm learning. Because as I'm rewatching this, I love it because I'm learning from the past. You get me? I'm learning stuff from somebody that I never got to watch play. But like, it's just some of the shit. Like, there's one line where he says something like you know the meme that goes around. I took that personal. Take shit personal. Like, take shit personal, and what's it called? Just show them that they were wrong. Like, that's what he did. That's just what he was good at. Like, some of my favorite moments are when Charles Barkley won MVP in '93.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Barkley won MVP in 1993, and that man MJ. My favorite quote from that is, "Yeah, I'm mad, but you can have that. I'm gonna have this." And talking about the championship, and that's what drove him to kill them in the championship. And then like Charles Barkley at one point was like, "Yo, like, you know, I was doing my best. We came back one game, and I played the best game I've ever played. Jordan just played better."
Damn.
And it's because when Jordan takes shit personally, he's not gonna sit there. He's not gonna be like, "Yo, I'm better than you though." You know, he doesn't use his words. He came back and he showed these motherfuckers, y'all fucked up. Y'all really fucked up. Another one with BJ Armstrong when MJ finally came back in, I think, in '95. He comes back mid-season, and BJ Armstrong, who was formerly on the Bulls, is now on another team, and they beat him. they beat the Bulls, and BJ Armstrong is like, yo, Michael Jordan isn't even this, and that. You get me? He's talking all that shit. That's when MJ says, let's see if he can talk, if he can do all that trash talking when we're back at 0-0. There's one scene where he's in the locker room. He has a cigar in his mouth, a baseball bat in his hand. He's just practicing his swings. He's just sitting there chilling. And the reason why is because he's showing you he's so unfazed. He's just ready. When he comes back, he's gonna prove to you motherfuckers like he's you do not talk. I'm not gonna talk back. I'm gonna just fuck you up. Like, and that was some real shit. Yo, that pettiness in that scene. Yo, him sitting there with that bat just chilling. I'm telling you, that's the energy I want in life. Fuck, that shit powerful. So rewatching this shit, I'm telling you, I just take lessons from Jordan. And it's like, I'm so happy that this is a thing because now I get to see something that I would have never been able to see if they hadn't recorded this. You get me? If they hadn't done it for The Last Dance. So like, that also had me thinking like, damn, if they ever release like a LeBron doc, I can only imagine how much it's either gonna inspire me or like the people underneath me, like my kids and stuff. But like, bro, that The Last Dance Jordan's just a different motherfucker, bro. Yeah, Jordan's just fucking different, bro. That man, nobody else was called Black Jesus.
Oh yeah, because he used to fly, man.
Nobody else was called Black Jesus. Let me just
Mike,
say
right?
that.
Isn't that what?
Yeah, like
fucking, he used to take goddamn flight.
Or like when
I think he was the first to dunk from the free throw line. I mean, no, was he?
I don't even know.
Because I was watching it. It's either he was the first or the second person to dunk from the free throw line.
All I remember is that they was playing at the for the Olympics, and so like, you know, it was Magic, Larry, you know, the fucking goats. You get me? All on the Olympic team. They practicing with each other. They playing a game. And so Magic's over here. He said that we was killing him. We was killing their team. So then Magic looked over at Jordan. He said, yo, you going to need to turn into Air Jordan if you want to win this. Next thing he knew, they had caught up. Then they passed. And they won. Like, Jordan won. Then they in the bus and everybody's dead silent. That's when Magic turns to them. He goes, I guess I shouldn't have said shit. And it's like, that's just the type of motherfucker he is. He gets affected, but he just wins. He just, you know, you get me? Like, he's not going to do all that talking. He just goes and proves you wrong. And that's the shit that I'm learning now. It's like, I don't have to sit there and prove myself to you. Like, using my words. I don't have to sit there and explain it to motherfuckers that aren't going to listen. Or even if they do, they're going to argue with me. You can't argue with my facts once you see it. Once you see me accomplish my shit. So that was just some crazy shit from there. Like, that was just off topic, but it's like,
you know, inspiring and shit like the documentary. Yeah, bro.
That documentary, yo.
I understand.
If you ever want to watch something inspiring, yo, that shit.
No, I find a lot of people in sports have very strong hearts.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the kind of stuff that I you know, inspires everybody. Even if it's from like how aggressive they are, because I know some people are very aggressive.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Michael Jordan's like, you know, he's a take it to you kind of guy. You know, if you got a problem, like, you know, he'll settle. Because I remember
he literally punched one of his teammates.
Yeah, and the same thing with like you can even find that in Kobe. I think Kobe punched Shaq in the face. You know what I mean? Like, you just find they have a lot of grit and heart. And that's really nice, you know, especially when you feel like an underdog in the world and you have to like make your way up and claw your way up. It's nice to hear.
My favorite is always the comparison of when somebody told Jordan, "There's no I in team." He said, "But there is one in win." or when they told Kobe, when Shaq told him, "There's no I in team." He said, "But there's an me in that bitch."
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just looking at how these two goats fucking thought.
Yeah, it's very like, I'm gonna win.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna win.
So it's like,
we need to bring that
motivating
back.
me, bro. Like, some of that shit, I just be looking at it. I'm like,
wait, do you have a quote of the day? Because I know we've been wanting to do that, and I want to like actually like introduce like that.
Because the thing is, I've been saving it for like our Sundays.
Oh, I mean, fuck, we might as well do it a little bit.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that I was saving that for our Sundays. But you're right. There's no reason not to.
We want to introduce something. Like, we're eventually gonna bring Sunday episodes in. It's gonna take a little bit of time because, you know, I'm doing the episode. I gotta think, you know, brain. But you know, before we start the music of the day or the song of the day, I actually want to like bring in like a quote of the day. We're just gonna come in and bring in a quote.
And he ready to wrap up already. I was still partying.
Bro, there's nothing left to do.
I still got a whole lot to talk about.
Like what?
You don't know that?
Like what?
We could always. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go back to music.
There's no more music.
Best producer alive.
Oh, best producer alive.
They Complex released a list and they gave the award to Hit Boy. And honestly, this is just a quick thing. I think he deserved that shit. Hit Boy's killing it. Moving past that now. You're right.
All right, real quick, since you know so much about producers, I really don't. Give me your top 3.
My top 3 producers?
Off the head. Right
well, in no particular order, Dre, Pharrell, and what's it called? Kanye.
All right, next week
Those
I'm
are my
coming back
top
and
three
I'm gonna see what's actually
Now,
up.
wait, because if I'm just talking straight up hip hop there, because we still got Quincy Jones and
All right, all time.
Fuck
all
it, fuck
time.
it. No.
all-time
I'm just gonna stay with those 3.
All time
Off
favorite.
the top of my head, yeah. My favorites, yeah. I'm gonna put those 3.
Right.
I think I might put Pharrell number 1 though.
Pharrell's your favorite?
I think Pharrell low-key became my favorite. It used to be Kanye, but yo, the more I look into Pharrell, that motherfucker is different too.
He's a genius.
Genius.
But anyway.
Fucking crazy.
As I was saying, with the quote of the day, we're just gonna come in, bringing some quotes from people we find inspiring, things we like, and
fuck y'all.
Just see if it's something like people like. If not, I mean, honestly, I feel like I enjoyed
Y'all
bringing
need to
in
be
quotes
inspired.
and whatnot.
No, I'm kidding.
But still, whatnot, no. But before that, do you have your quote?
Oh, are we doing one each or is it just one in general?
No, we can do one each.
Oh shit, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, sure.
You can start off with yours. If you want.
What's it called? I will say it was this quote that I read. Wait, do you want to do it after the music section to leave it off on?
No, because I feel like if we do this and then we could somber into the music section and then fade off,
So maybe do you think we should do one right now and then one at the end, just so we leave off with like on a good note? You get me?
Yeah.
Sometimes
I like
after
that.
the music section, we be talking some
fine,
shit.
fine.
We be talking some shit. So do you want to save them both to the end, or do you want one now and one afterwards?
Let's just try one now, one after. We could just try it out, especially.
So then we can save yours.
Still
first.
prototype guys, work with us.
Yours better be good then.
Oh, mine's gonna be long.
All right. So mine, just before we hop into the music section, you got me. Mine is one that I read today on Instagram. It's your success isn't determined by fame. It's determined by the milestones you set and accomplish.
Hey.
I love that.
I like that.
I love that, especially as somebody working on our own shit. You get me? It's like there's a lot of times where you can get discouraged or like some shit could throw you off your path, and that's why I'm big on reaching out to artists. I always reach out to like even if it's a smaller artist. That if I love your music, I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna let you know that I love your music, cause so many times in the industry, motherfuckers won't ever tell you that you got some good shit. Man, maybe your shit just not streaming like that. Maybe your shit just ain't hit the charts. You get me? So now out of nowhere, you think that you produce some ass or something like that. Nobody's.
It's not enough love.
I know Lucky Day had a problem with that in the past, and I reached out to this one kid. I think his EP drops this Friday. I'm about to kill that shit. Like I'm about to play that shit out. His name is Eric Ryan, and like, bro, I reached out to him. I was like, yo, you're killing this shit. Like keep doing what you're doing. And like he expressed like, yeah, sometimes it does get a little tricky, staying positive and shit. But it's like that's some real shit in the industry. You got me? So like, yeah, I love that quote because it's true. Sometimes your fame ain't gonna determine how good you are or how successful. Like we talked about last time. Like numbers ain't always gonna tell you like how good something is.
That is true. Wait, hold on. Before we play song, I want to try I'm gonna say my quote because fuck it. Like it just makes more sense that way. But my quote is from Teddy Roosevelt. It's like a part of like some speech he did. Yeah, it's one of the former presidents, basically.
Damn.
So
someone dying outside. Hold up.
Yeah,
we need to wait for this shit. Yeah, I want to be able to hear your shit. Not
try say a quote, nigga. Please die slower.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, the quote starts off. I chose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I'll seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be kept a citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take calculated risk to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I'll refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life and the guaranteed existence, the thrill fulfillment of the calm stale of utopia. Oh, then my bad. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself and face the world boldly and say, this I have done. And with this quote, it's just one of those things where it's like, take your risk. I know it's nice to be all secure and like do 401k, retire and stuff like that, but that's not how the greats are made, in my personal opinion. I feel like everybody should go out there and take a risk, and especially in this country, we have the privilege of doing things other people can't. So I'm gonna do what I fucking can to be uncommon. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Why do you think we're so vocal on that? Get out of your comfort zone. Go do something different. Why do you think Trevor shaved his head after 3 years of growing that shit out? Because sometimes you gotta hop into something new. You get me? You gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta go do something that, you know, is gonna be different, maybe weird. But it's like, because you never know. You get me? You can't just stay comfortable with your whole life.
Honestly, I like I said, being common is nice, and being secure and like having that security is nice. But I don't want to be like everybody else, and I want to be, you know, a part of the top. Like, you know, I want to be at the top, and to do that, I can't be like everybody else. So therefore, sometimes, you know, like this quote helps me. Like, you know, I gotta do shit that, you know, I don't want to do. Sometimes I gotta be a little extra. I gotta put myself out there and just do things like that. And you know, that's what this quote really says to me.
You know, one thing
some people should look to.
One thing that I will say that I didn't notice, that I didn't even plan that shit happening, but it made me happy. You know how I dye my hair, I bleach my shit, and so that was mainly just me wanting to get out of my comfort zone, me wanting to do something different. I don't even give a fuck if I look retarded. I just wanted to get out of my comfort zone. That was my main goal. And so I got out of my comfort zone. I did that shit. You know, everybody was killing my shit at some point. Motherfuckers,
honestly, it grew on me, but I
appreciate that. But like, some motherfuckers do be killing my shit. They like, yo, that's ugly. Why would you do that shit? But it's like, at the same time, yo, I love it because it started conversations that wouldn't have happened if I never did this. Like, some people were like, you know what, maybe I should try something new now. And the second I heard that, I said, yo, maybe you should get out your comfort zone, go do something different. And then that turned into somebody else saying, yo, like, matter of fact, the other night I had braids in, but I was scared that I looked retarded. But like, I might just try that shit. You should get out your comfort zone. Like, I'm telling, and I didn't notice that it would be so contagious. But that's the thing. You get out your comfort zone, it might be contagious enough to affect other people. And that's the best thing. That's really like the goal here. The goal has always been for me to get out of my comfort zone and to motivate you to get out of your comfort zone, so that you're not scared to go do something that you really love, and so that you can just succeed at whatever you want to do. Because trust me, if whatever you have planned, you're not going to be in your comfort zone forever. Whether it be school, you got to go present. You got me? You want to go, or you got to go do surgery. You want to be a doctor. Once you do surgery, that's a lot of pressure on you. That's out of your comfort zone on a different level. You get me? There's always something that's going to push you out your comfort zone. And I heard a quote once where it said, if you're always out your comfort zone, you can never be uncomfortable in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, say, that's why I fuck with that quote that you just read.
It's all a matter of just being comfortable. Like,
don't conform to society.
Situations. Yeah. Just gotta go out there. Do whatever you want to do. If you want to live a common life, it's fine. But me personally, and for like the other people that want to just get out of like the situation, not do that stuff. Like, you know, I want to be rich just like everybody else. So fuck it. You know, I gotta do things that rich people do, not what broke people do. You know.
Hell yeah.
So we gotta do what we gotta do. That was my quote. But do you have a song? What is your song?
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, before we about to exit, you know, we wrapping this shit up. It's about to be a long episode, but I do want to shout out some good music that dropped real quick.
Oh, you shouting out music.
I'm just shouting out a little bit. That G-Eazy song with Chris Brown, they did a whole twist on Return of the Mac. I'm gonna be real with you, it wasn't crazy good, but you know, it's alright. Van Jess dropped a project, really good from R&B heads. Cy Ari the Kid dropped the project, really fucking good. That was one of my favorites that dropped. That shit, I forget what it was called. It was called like It's Not Me, It's You. Oh no, it's not you, it's me.
It's not me.
No, it's called It's Not You, It's Me. And in my position in my life right now, I said, damn, yo, let me play this shit. This shit was fire.
That's your song of the day?
No. But and then, like, you know, like I mentioned, Eric Ryan has an EP dropping this Friday. Lucky Day tweeted out that he got his own little project dropping this Friday. The Lovers and the Lovers. Ooh, that's about to go crazy.
That's so fucked.
This Valentine's Day about to be wild. But you know, that's just some good
I want to add on to that shout out list. I know I don't talk about Muay Thai a lot, but there's this lady, her name is Sylvia. It's something like that on YouTube, and she has this thing where she collects like old Muay Thai footage from like the golden era, and she like, you know, records seminars and stuff like that, and she's really cool. If you want to, like, you know, I just want to shout out, like, I know my shout outs don't mean anything, but like, I think if you have like any interest in like Muay Thai or fighting and stuff, like, you know, you should check her out because she's actually really cool and really informed, and she does, you know, she puts a lot of work into whatever she does, and I appreciate
I love that. You see that? Like it might not go anywhere, but you know what? It's free to show love.
Yeah, love is free.
That's the thing. It's free to show love. What's so wrong with doing that nowadays?
It is Valentine's Day anyway.
It is Valentine's. Yo, my song is a little on the depressing side, but you know what? It's okay. It's Valentine's Day. You know, not everybody gonna be happy on Valentine's Day. Some of y'all gonna be a little depressed, and you know what? This is for y'all. So my song
Jake.
is no, I wish. My song is by NBDY. This is Used To, but the acoustic version.
They shipping on my mind for a while, man. I think I lost a real one. And I've been feeling so down that when I lay down, the only time I'm looking up. Well, pardon my manners if I end up hitting you still after dark. Cause I've been drowning in that coverage liquid, my judgment been blurry. Now I'm a mess. Yeah, you baggage and make me stress. Know you better off with the next man, yeah. But I can't seem to let go. So when I hit you with that tag, hoping that you give me another chance. I know you need some time. Ooh, can we get along like we used to? Till we both can't get enough, making love like we used to now. I know I can't change the fact I fucked up your heart. I'm down to make it all better, so can we get back to love like we used to? They shipping on my mind for a while, man. I think I lost a real one. Boy, that boy Shine said it the best. Beautiful girls give you their best, but leave you depressed and no, I ain't suicidal. You feel like I'm stuck in you, I don't deserve you. Until I get through to you, I want you to know what I'm mess. Yeah, you baggage and make you stress. Know you better off with the next man, but I can't seem to let go. So when I hit you with that text, hoping that you give me another chance. I know you need some time. Can we get along like we used to? Until we both can't get enough, making love like we used to. Just like we used to, yeah. No, like we. Can we get back to loving like we? What I'm saying ain't no replacing you. Though the past, it ain't reversible. I hope you willing to let it go. Let me show you that I can love you more. Yeah, genuine, cause can I speak the truth? No more lights, like I'm translucent. See through me and see I do right by you. See through me and see I do right by you. Yeah. Ooh, can we get along like we used to? I need you. I need you right now. You always my shawty. Always my shawty. You're the only one, so can we make love?
What song was that, God?
That was NBDY Used To.
Those high notes always been,
Ooh, this shit. Yo, what you know about that? I know you better off with the next dude, but you know what? Fuck that. I want you to myself right now.
toxic, selfish niggas like Eric, you know?
Yo,
that's the
I'm gonna be real with you. We need to have like a whole 3-hour segment where we just play music.
For real, I need my own. We need our own radio show.
I can't choose just one song. I was about to play like 80 songs. But what's it called? Yeah, that was NBDY. Used To. Fucking fire. Phenomenal. He dropped his little project a little bit ago. I feel bad saying little project, but it's because I don't know whether it's called an EP, an album. People, it was an EP.
It was just a project.
He labeled it EP. But it's just the acoustic versions of all his songs that he was on another album. Fucking wild. Oh my God, this man's talented. But yeah, that was yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna introduce my song because I introduce things before I play them. No,
So I did too.
No, did you?
Yeah, I said NBDY. I stumbled on his letters. Yo, look, motherfuckers like playing with me.
Anyway, my song. Well, I sort of kind of stumbled across the song on the radio. I was just like, listening to it, and it was actually pretty
This is
good.
the second time that happened.
Yeah, I know. The
I'm
radio
proud
is
of
pretty
you.
good. So pretty much, the song is called "Oh Honey." It's by a group named Delegation. It's by surprise. It's funk, and it's from the late '70s. So
Okay.
here's one.
Something new.
Something.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You already know.
Oh wait, this comes out before Valentine's Day. Happy early Valentine's Day.
early
You know what? Go
Valentine's
listen to this on Valentine's Day. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all lucky. You know why I'm saying y'all lucky? Because I'm not playing Purple Rain.
Yo, Purple Rain. You might have to end it off on Purple Rain. I don't know, man.
Shit. We definitely getting copyrighted with that one.
I don't care if it's the end of the. It's it's a little copyright never hurt nobody.
It's the easy, you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, fuck, yo. Let me faintly put that in the background real quick so I can say a few words before we head out.
God damn.
I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there, all you sad people out there, all of those y'all, confused and shit. Like, everybody in a different position this Valentine's Day. But you know what? I just hope everybody has a great, great, great day.
I like that.
There's no reason not to enjoy life. Whether you have somebody that loves you, like, openly in a relationship like that, be happy you got somebody. If you don't, somebody out there loves you. You got a mom, you got a dad. Somebody loves you.
Just take time to enjoy. Buy yourself some chocolates. Fuck
yeah,
you
take yourself out. Ooh, the chorus coming in, yo. I don't know, bro. We definitely gonna get copyrighted because they gonna hear this shit in the background. But
that's okay. Once we fade out, we might have to let it play a little longer because I kind of want to listen to this shit. No, anyway, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Everybody. Even if you have a special somebody and they don't like you back, just have a good time.
Get out your comfort zone. Go do something that you don't normally do.
As always.
If you want to start a business, start anything, go start it. Hurry up, go start that shit. There's no reason for you not to have started it by now. Hurry up. Hurry up. Don't let nothing hold you back.
And just continue.
Be
it's just
consistent. Yes.
Consistency is key, guys.
100%. And make sure that you always got great intentions in your heart. If you got great intentions, you're never going to lose. Let me tell you that right now. There is no way of losing because guess what? God is on your side. If you got great intentions. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right, well.
That's the end. I like this. This episode felt nice and good.
Anybody listening, we love y'all.
My supporters love y'all. You already know. Danny,
Trevor's girlfriend,
Danny, I love you. I know you're one of my biggest fans.
I love y'all too out there. Let me just say that. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll catch y'all later.
Turn that shit up, bro.
Maybe on a Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Prince is a beautiful man.
If you're on YouTube, you probably just missed that whole song. Because the more I'm looking up this shit, his team is on people's asses.
Listen, don't worry, we got this hot ass beat clap.
That whole shit
you
just got copyrighted. If you're on any other streaming platform, I don't know why you're still here.
Yo, for real.
Should have cut that shit off. But you know what? This one's for y'all on YouTube. I hope this shit don't get copyrighted either.
Don't worry, bro. We have a hot ass beat clap just for anything, bro. If anything happen.
Yo,
this on fire.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all.
Well, I just saw Prince and I couldn't help myself, bro.
Yo, Danny, you need to take that shit back.
Nah, but it's the end of the episode, so it's
Danny,
okay.
I need you to take that shit back. You might not be listening this far.
The Prince?
Yeah, I need you to take that shit back real quick.
You were wrong.
But yeah, all right. Now we'll really catch y'all later.
Take your time, electrify my loving. Cross my heart, hope to die. 'Tis the season for cuffing. One day out the gate.